So, last week we had all managed to enter the Reliquary of Ascension in the Vault Way of Kraggodan after the hearing with the Even-Handed Synod and research in the Royal Archives. You all decided you were finally prepared, and shortly after arriving in the Reliquary, you found a dwarven petrified woman who gave you a little bit of information about herself and what she was doing here and what befell her when they were doing their investigations. You then ran amok with a couple of gugs who managed to do a pretty decent amount of damage with all 5 of their attacks and whatnot. Managed to end 4 of them, so that's 20 attacks per round, so quite a lot of flailing arms going around there, but you managed to defeat them. None of you went down that fight. We'll get to the next fight after that, but none of you went down that fight, I don't believe, but quite a bit of damage was dealt. And then after that, one of you discovered another statue in a different room, and there were some interesting bits of dialogue that were had in that conversation.
Very interesting.
But the rest of the party doesn't know any of that conversation. So, unfortunately, it is still up in the air as to what any of that really meant. You then proceeded into the final of the 4 rooms off this main chamber and fought 2 more gugs. Not as difficult as the first time, because there were fewer of them, and you now kind of knew what you were fighting against at this point. But in the chamber after that, it broke up into a kind of a subterranean cavern that had been dug out with fungi all over the wall and streams of water and a strange multicolored pink pigment circle with 3 eyes around it. And as you walked in to investigate, a bunch of Babau demons were summoned all around you, and it turned out that the positions that they had been summoned into were particularly disadvantageous for Jessup, who got sidelined by 2 of them getting sneak attack and 6 attacks off, and he took an immense amount of damage before even knowing what was going on.
Some people call that hacked.
Yeah, he suffered the classic bard conundrum, getting caught out of position a single time and then dying.
Yeah, well, we don't know if he's dead yet. Maybe he can be healed. Who knows? I do, but you don't. Then after a little bit in that combat, Oran cast a spell to dismiss pretty much all but one of the Babau demons. And it was the one that he failed to dismiss was the one I think that ended up being able to put Jessup down, unfortunately.
Didn't we know that Jessup's not dead? Because he got fast healing and I did a heal check to see if he was dead.
Yeah, you did a heal check, so you know. But maybe
sorry.
Oran didn't tell the other 2. Maybe he kept it to himself.
He is preoccupied.
And then I think the round after that, Oran cast a big damage spell, Destruction, against the Gug that had been invisible at the start of the fight. And the Gug did pass the save, but even then, Destruction does, I think it was 10d6, 10d8, 10d6 damage.
Yep.
So still, I think 38-something damage like that was dealt to the Gug. But, unbeknownst to Oran, as the Gug's blood pooled into the water at the ground and met with the summon sigil, a demonic ritual was completed, and shortly afterwards, another creature was summoned into the fight.
Which, I also want to talk about that. That seems like hacks. Disintegrate as a spell doesn't say it causes him to bleed, so...
Well, it's a good thing he didn't cast Disintegrate.
But it is holy fire, and so I think it just cauterized all of the wounds, Jason. I don't think
Correct.
It caused any...
That checks out.
any
There's no
bleed.
blood. There's
Yeah,
no blood.
see, I'm glad Sarah's on my side for this one. I just think
Yeah.
that's more accurate to like the rules. As
I
written.
think that he then had holy blood, which now instead summoned a Archon.
Yeah, a celestial being that'll help us.
And responds to Oran. Yeah. Like,
Now,
yeah.
I know you're being facetious, but something like that does sound kind of clever
I
in
think
the
we're all in
future, where
agreement
you,
here.
you align the type of your blood and then accidentally summon a holy being. That sounds hilarious.
Out of a demonic ritual.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
not
how
how it
summoning works. But it'd be fun.
It's like, yes, there are 3 eyes of Nyarlathotep right here, but Archon. Let's go with it.
Yeah,
Archon.
you might answer the call. You never know.
But that is where we left off last session, was right at the turn that the Gug and this summoned creature were going to act, which is the bottom of round 2.
Oh, I need to know something. Slow doesn't affect my AC, does it?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Now, when you say Nyarlathotep, is that like the HP Lovecraft?
Yeah, the outer gods exist in Pathfinder. Like Cthulhu exists.
Oh, that's cool. He's a cool character in fiction.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're
he's
right.
messed. He's
Wait,
messed
that's
up,
fiction?
but he's cool. Not real? What?
Well then, we will jump right back into the combat, I think. As I said, we are at the bottom of round 2, and it is the Gug and summoned creatures' turns. So we'll do the Gug first here. It is going to step back and cast a spell on itself. And that'll be its turn this time. After the Gug's turn is the summoned creature. The creature summoned out of this strange abyssal demonic ritual immediately looks towards Oran as it materializes, and it is going to, as a swift action, enslave Oran's soul.
Oh, nice. I like it.
It's going to, as a swift action, enslave yours. I love role-playing games.
It's swift action too. Definitely a
Yeah,
swift action.
what a stupid sentence. I love my life.
Yep, you are a mortal and you're within 60 feet of it, so it's going to go ahead and attempt to enslave your soul, so you do get a will save.
Okay. Is it a spell or spell-like ability?
It is a supernatural ability, so it is none of those.
I don't have anything against that. Well, my will is a 16, so 35.
Yeah, so the target can resist with a will save, but it is staggered for 1 round even if its save is successful. So your soul is not enslaved by this creature, but you will be staggered for 1 round. That was a swifty action. It's
Wow.
going to, let's see, it's got
Staggers
a lot of,
as a swift action on a success.
yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
It's going to step up, and it's going to try to do a full attack at you. It's going to test the waters with your AC here.
It could coup de grace. There is a man unconscious beneath my legs. Wow.
It could, but it's very focused on the one who dealt the damage to the Gug.
It wouldn't be in existence here if I hadn't.
Yeah, does he know that he was the one who dealt the damage? Because it was summoned afterwards.
In fact, he does, yes. And he rolls a natural 20 for the first roll of the session.
What a good start. What a good start.
That will only be a 23 to confirm. It probably could have 5-foot stepped, but it didn't think to do
Don't
that.
forget, don't you have your fortification nonsense too?
Oh, I do have that, yes, indeed, but it didn't really matter.
So that was its bite attack. So it did hit, but it did not crit. You'll take 7 points of damage. So you'll take 4, and Gideon will take 3.
Yeah.
Then it has 2 claws. So the first claw is a 30 even. And the second claw is another 30 even. Same roll.
Hit. Yay, rend.
Does not have rend, unfortunately.
Yay, a bit of good luck.
So you will take, I'm rolling minimums on all of the damage dice. So 7 damage from the first claw. Oh, max on that one. So 14 from the second. So you'll take 4, Gideon will take 3, and then you'll both take 7.
Got it.
And then its final attack is its gore attack with its
Oh, no.
horns. That's going to be a 19. That's going to miss. And I don't know if I did this before, but this is what the creature looks like.
He's cool looking. He kind of looks like Doomsday from the DC universe.
Oh yeah, he does a little bit, yeah.
He looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like action figure enemy villain, just because he's got like the big weird like dinosaur legs.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the top of round 3, and Kieran, you are first.
Did the gore miss?
Yeah, the gore miss. It was a 19.
Oh, okay.
I had something really cool I wanted to do, but then I realized the casting time is 10 minutes, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, just start it.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm not going to
It's
do
only
that.
100 rounds.
You'll probably get that off before Jessup does anything. So
Yeah. I will use my only
Just
action.
lightning bolt right up the right.
Yeah, because you're slowed too, weren't you?
I am slowed.
Yeah.
So
I forgot I got 2 of you with slow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was way more effective than I thought it would be.
yeah, this is really tough. I guess I will start off with I'll do my breath attack at this thing, which I know what it is, but we haven't identified it yet. Or should I do it at the Babau? Have we hit the Babau at all?
Yeah, somebody dealt some damage to
I
it.
think didn't hit Oran's dismissal spell still do damage even if it?
Oh, it did. Yeah. You're right.
It's all I know is that it has taken damage on my chart.
Yeah,
here, so-
it took
Okay.
damage because it passed its thing, but it still takes damage in order to stay dictum.
Okay, I will do my breath weapon at that guy at the Babau. So it'll be a reflex save. Does he have reach?
No, he is not wielding a long spear.
Okay, it just looked like he had a long weapon, but
Yeah, I'm using they have the one or the other, but I'm using it where they're just using their claws and bite.
yeah, let me check real quick to see if this caps out with the damage die. Nope, it just says 1d6 points of damage of your energy type per sorcerer level. So
Yeah,
it
your
would be-
sorcerer ability probably does not stop, but the spell probably caps. So that's probably fine. And you said it's a reflex?
It is a reflex save, DC 20.
That is surprisingly not their best save.
See, and I was worried because I feel like they look like little dexterous demons.
Right? They're like
Okay.
thin.
Yeah.
So rolled pretty well, but that's still only an 18.
Ooh.
And does this qualify as a supernatural rather than spell-like?
It is a supernatural ability.
Okay, so spell resistance would not apply. And what were you doing? This is electricity damage?
Electricity damage, yes. So I don't know what resistances it has, but it is a full 56 electricity, and then you can take off if something needs to be taken off.
You blast out this line of electricity at the creature, and as it fades, you see that the electrical currents seem to have been entirely repelled by the protective slime around it.
Ugh.
The whole thing?
All of it, yeah. It looks untouched by the electricity.
Huh. That is cool. All right, then I guess I'll take a 5-foot step back.
That brings us to Gideon.
Gideon is going to 5-foot step back and then offer a prayer to the inheritor to deliver them to victory against these evil outsiders, which will give everyone a +1 luck bonus on attack rolls, weapon damage rolls, saves, and skill checks. While each of your opponents, Jace, do you want me to pester to remind you, or will you get that they have a -1 penalty on those rolls?
I will try to remember.
Okay, I will not pester you.
I mean, you can bring it up, that's fine, but I will try to remember.
Okay, I know different DMs, whose responsibility is it? I don't mind, but
Yeah. So 5-foot step, that's your turn because you are slowed. All right.
And I'm going to swift action, if you don't mind. We'll do a quick divine touch.
That brings us to Oran.
Hey, that's me.
Casts heal on the Babau.
Does a 5-foot step count as a movement action?
You can't move the same turn you take a 5-foot step, but it is not a move.
Because I'm staggered, so I can either do a move or a standard.
No, you can 5-foot step. You're fine. Because the other two are functionally in the same position, and they can 5-foot step. So yeah, you can 5-foot
Okay.
step.
So I could 5-foot step and cast a spell
Yes.
then? Okay. So I want to 5-foot step here, cast heal on my little buddy.
You're too far away to touch the Babau, though.
Ah, you're right. Shucks. Dang it. Too far away. My plan is foiled.
All right.
So that is 130 hit points to Jessup. And there goes a level 6 spell. Quickly burning through those.
You should get temp HP over what his max is.
Nope.
I think that you should.
Nope.
No, you need purified body if you want that. And even that won't bring you all the way back up to full, so you really ought to do heal.
That is Oran's turn. That brings us to the Babau, who will do a full attack on the prone. Just
Oh no! What have I done? What have I done?
Sneak attack, flanking,
Oh my
prone.
God, no!
So the Babau is going to step up to get next to Oran. Actually, it's just going to move here. Like that. Just for no reason.
To set up flanking, obviously.
Maybe. And it's going to take one attack. Actually, can it do any cool spells?
Oh, look at that. I wonder why it would go there.
I don't know.
Jesus.
If it did that, why doesn't it just ready for the guy to get into flanking, and then they can all have the +2?
Right? Since they're using big brain energy, you know, let's just go.
No. It likes how it's doing this. It's going to cast a spell defensively. So let's see, it is 15 plus double that. All right. Okay. Yes. Does it take a minus? I guess the -1 wouldn't matter even if it did take a -1 on this. So yeah, it will cast this spell defensively, and oh goodness, there's no way it's going to pass this. I didn't think about how high the DC was. You guys are 13th level?
Yes.
Yeah.
So DC 24. Okay, it's possible. Oh my gosh.
Ugh. You hate to hear it. You hate to hear it.
You do.
So,
you do.
just checking. So, Dispel Magic, the DC is 11 plus the caster level. For you guys, it's 13, so that'd be 24. Its caster level is 7, and it rolled a 17, which is
Oh,
24,
my
right?
Lord.
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds right. Yeah, that sounds
It
right.
is going to dispel the shield other that is going on effect,
Ha! No!
splitting the damage. It does not want that split. It's going to pair up with its ally, and it's going to take Oran down.
I hope you don't die.
It'll be fine. I'll live forever.
I think you'll be fine.
That brings us to Jessup, who is conscious on the ground now.
I mean, he should be feeling pretty great.
Honestly, I'm surprised he is alive. I'm happy for it. Way to go, Justin.
But Jessup is silent.
I have a bid break X over myself, so I'm just confused.
Oh,
And we're back.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you really dead? Like,
No. I was at -1,
Oh, okay.
so just got knocked out.
Which is a blessing, really.
Jessup will, I guess, open his eyes, have no idea what happened, no idea what the heck this thing is, don't know where all those things went.
At least I'm not straddling you anymore.
So much is going. I mean, Jessup was unconscious, but he was smiling for some awkward reason.
Reminded him of Hursk.
Yeah. Ha! Wrong dwarf. So Jessup will, I guess, he will. Oh gosh, what's going on? Enemies! He's gonna swift action start a performance.
Who?
Swift action! What a cool guy. That's a real hero right there.
So he is going to start his Inspire Courage. And then he will total defense and then attempt to stand up.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, you can do it that way. You can, right, Jace? Or is total defense a full round action? No, it's a standard, isn't it?
Also, the Inspire Courage is now so big. Like, +4? That's huge. Always wear that fez. Always wear the fez.
Yep, you can defend yourself as a standard action.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I'm just surprised.
So it was Jessup that was the smarts. Brandon had nothing to do with that maneuver. So
So it will take an attack of opportunity against you. It does get the +4 because you were prone when the attack of opportunity goes off.
But it's essentially negated by the +4 dodge bonus. That
so more than likely he's going to hit still. But
Right.
Oh, no, probably not, because it's a natural 3. So that is not even, that's like mid-teens.
okay, Jessup's not that bad.
So you are able to stand up without provoking, but that's pretty much your turn. I guess you could 5-foot step if you wanted.
Oh, I still could, couldn't I? Oh, so many actions. I forgot. Yeah, swift action, move equivalent action, standard action, 5-foot step action.
All right.
It's not really an action, but... Oh, gosh. Oran, you got this.
That brings us to the Gug.
Real quick, I meant to use the swift action round of Iron Will. Are you going to allow that? I forgot to say it.
I think that's a
It's a free
action.
It's free action, yeah. I just forgot to say it. But before we get to anything where Oran might be taking
Die.
damage, yeah,
we
he
can wait
wanted to
until
use
the new demon
a round.
attack me. Then you don't waste on yourself.
No, it's okay. I wanted to use it just in case. So I only have 3 uses.
That brings us again, as I said, to the Gug. The Gug is going to it doesn't know how high your AC is yet. He doesn't know how hard you are to hit. So he's gonna try to full attack you, Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna power attack, but he's gonna arcane strike. So we'll
Ooh,
throw
okay.
that on.
I like that. Swift action, arcane strike.
That's right. I forgot they have noodle arms.
So yes, he'll take all 5 of his attacks against you. So first attack is a natural 1. Awesome. Glad that was out of the way, and the rest will be natural 20s. Next is natural 2, so that's gonna miss still, because that's a low number. Next one is still a low number, because it's a 5.
Poor
Yes,
Jason.
I feel a little bad, but I
Yeah.
don't.
I have 2 more claws. 2 more claws. Okay, that one's a 33,
That'll hit.
and the final claw is a 36.
That'll rend.
Ah, I only had to roll a 1, 2, and a 5 to get there. So you'll take 15 points of damage from the first claw that hits you, 14 points of damage from the next claw, and then the rend will deal another 16 points of damage on the rend. And then it's gonna stay where it's at. And then the demons is gonna go here. It's gonna get into flanking.
I'm no longer staggered, right?
Correct, yes. It is going to
Enslave me
swift
again?
action try to enslave Jessup's soul, though. So Jessup, I need a will save from you.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh my.
15. I'm assuming.
Oh my. Yeah, that's gonna fail.
Yeah, figured as much.
So yeah, your soul is enslaved, and
what's that even do?
oh, you'll find out.
Oh no.
Probably a very bad dominate spell.
Oh my gosh.
Does they get inspire courage? Is what you're telling me?
Do I get to? Can I do an immediate action or no? Because I did a swift. I don't remember how that works.
Yes, you can do an immediate action.
Yeah, you just won't be able to do a swift on your next turn.
That's fine. Can I cast Saving Finale?
Okay.
So my performance drops, so it lingers, and then I will attempt to re-roll my save throw.
I hope it's. I hope
Watch it be
it's good.
14.
I bet you it's gonna be at like a nat 1. That's what you would get.
Oh, it isn't that
Gosh, that's 100% your fault.
one! Thanks,
I don't even-
Josh. You called that.
I don't even
Oh.
care if I jinxed it. Like that.
Oh man.
It's
You put
just
it out in the
because-
ether, and this is what happened.
Here's why. Jason was too excited for whoever's in charge of fate to decide not to let it happen.
Jessup is not a fan of this combat. I'm just throwing that out here.
He's been having a rough day of it.
Yeah, it is then going to cast a spell on Jessup.
Oh no.
So Jessup, I need you to roll
The most important will save of your whole life.
a will save at a -6 penalty, please.
Oh no.
19. Why can't I roll that before?
And is that with the -6 penalty?
It is.
That's unfortunate.
Wait, is it?
No, it's not. I don't see any minus in there.
No, because I have a base 10, so I put a -6 in. So I rolled a
okay.
15. So if I would have rolled that the first time, I would have had a 25.
So you are okay for now.
Wow.
Oh man. Oh
That's
man.
insane.
Can I
can't
cast this
believe it.
spell multiple times? Or are you immune after 24 hours? It doesn't say anything like that.
Were we able to spellcraft that?
If you want to.
Sure.
36.
Okay, Kieran, you identify it as a dominate person spell.
Oh, wow. Okay then.
So,
Isn't that Gideon's like whole thing is anti-domination?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Okay.
Jessup shakes it off and tells the demon, "No, we don't do that here."
We don't do that here. What are you, scolding the demon?
Well, we don't. Slavery
Sir.
never thoughts, regardless of the latitude and longitude.
If the spell is dominate person, does that mean that the 19 just passed? Like, perfectly just saved?
It was close.
It should be up there, right? Or am I thinking about spell levels wrong?
I mean, it is not a 9th level spell or anything like that.
It's messed up that it's a free action.
That was a standard action to cast the spell. Swift action to enslave the soul, but it was a standard action to cast the spell.
Oh, I thought that was a follow-up to enslaving the soul.
So I saved you from getting hit this turn by almost being forced into marriage again.
Into marriage with a demon.
That brings us to the top of round 4. We are back to Kieran.
Kieran is going to delay.
Okay, that brings us to Gideon.
We will 5-foot step, and then as a standard action, I'm going to use my latest deific boon as he offers out words of encouragement. I can have such a strong, inspiring presence that as a standard action, you can provide all allies within 30 feet of you a +1 sacred bonus on attack rolls, saving throws, and weapon damage rolls. Do not lose faith. The gods have granted us victory today, as he moves a 5-foot step in to flank Oran.
All right.
Was Jessup unconscious and you trying to take his thunder by inspiring our group?
Somebody's got to do it.
Oh, snap.
That hurts.
All right. That brings us to Oran.
I'm going to try and hit a demon.
All right.
Oh, first, can I try and identify the big one? The blue one?
Sure.
We don't know what it is. Knowledge Planes?
Yes. 10. You don't, you're not sure.
Okay.
I'll say you know it's a demon, but that's about it.
It's a demon. All right, I'm going to try and hit that one then. This one that's enslaving people.
Okay. Those will all hit, but the critical will not confirm. And you just hit as a magic bludgeoning weapon, yeah?
Your blade's not aligned, is it?
It's not aligned at good. It's not adamantine, cold iron, silver, anything like that.
No.
So you are striking this, and you're doing damage, but it doesn't look like all of it's going through. But you do a little bit of damage. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Moving on. That'll bring us to the Babau. The Babau is gonna... It doesn't know to do that, so it's just gonna full attack. So it is also flanking. Natural 20. With a... I don't think this is gonna confirm. 26 to confirm?
No.
So that was one of its claws. The second claw... Oh my gosh, another natural 20. I'm not joking. And then... Hold up. I rolled a 20 and then a 12 and then a 20 and then a 12. So again, it crits, but again, it doesn't confirm. And then the final attack is a miss. So 2 hits, basically. And it is flanking, so it does get a sneak attack. So you will take a total of 35 points of damage. And Shield Other is no longer present, so you take all of that.
Feel good about what you just did?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You got it. I took the damage.
Moving on, we come to Jessup.
Jessup will shout out to Oran. Oran, don't let him flank you. It hurts more. Trust me. And then he will reaction look back at Kieran. Kieran, get up here so I can haste. And then I will move action, restart my performance with Inspired Courage. And then I will ready to cast haste as long as when Kieran gets in range so I can get everybody, hopefully.
Okay.
So you're not staggered? Was that last round?
I was never staggered.
He was never staggered. I was.
Oh, you're not staggered if you also fail the enslaved soul?
No, you are staggered if you pass. Entirely different things happen if you fail.
Okay, but staggered is not also part of the fail conditions.
Not in the wording that I skimmed right here now.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. I will go right after Jessup then.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, if you're going right after Jessup. Yeah, he just
Okay.
finished his turn.
Okay, I'm going to 5-foot step up. I think that puts me within 30 feet of Gideon and Oran.
It appears so.
So Jessup's ready in action will go off, so he'll cast haste on himself, which will get all of us.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
only some will be hasted, others will just be neutral.
Yeah, so 2 of you will actually be hasted. The other 2 of you will just no longer be slowed.
That is fine with me. And then I'm going to move action, pull a scroll out of my haversack, and then standard action, I'm going to cast the scroll at the... I keep wanting to say what it is, but we don't know what it is. But I'm going to cast it at the demon here. I need him to roll a... Well, let me see. It is a fortitude save.
All right, and I believe you would still need to do spell resistance?
Maybe. So this will be +4, 32.
Okay, so you get past the spell resistance, so it'll do its fortitude save. Pretty decent for 21.
Okay, nothing happens. And my scroll's gone.
Okay.
It was a shot in the dark, but I was trying to cast Baleful Polymorph,
Oh, that would have been interesting.
which I thought at first was a will save until I pulled it up and realized it was fortitude, so that was actually pretty stupid because I know things, but...
Its will save and its fortitude save are identical, so...
Oh, that's surprising.
Yep.
All right, well, that's my turn then.
All right. That brings us to the Gug and this other creature. The Gug is going to, let me see here. It's going to 5-foot step up and full attack Gideon, because he can. First attack against Gideon is a maybe. 34.
Yes, sorry, you got me while I was eating.
Okay. Then he gets 4 claw attacks. That's going to hit with a 37. 35. Yep, that'll hit. Oh my gosh. Yep, that'll hit with a natural 18. And natural 17. So I think all of those hit. None of them crit, unfortunately, but I do think all of them hit.
Yep, that's correct.
So the bite will deal 16 points of damage. The first claw will deal 11 points of damage. The second claw will deal 17 points of damage. What did I just say? Was that the second claw?
We said 17. I think so.
Okay, so the third claw will deal 16, and then the final claw is another 16. And then rend.
Okay, real quick on that last 16, I will do an immediate action
Okay,
and cast Second Wind, healing 20.
and then rend will go off, only dealing 11 damage, though.
Okay, thank God for Second Wind. I go down.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, for me, not for you. But that brings us to the demon, who hasn't gone yet. And the demon is going to step back here, and he's going to try to do Dominate Person again. So, Jessup, I need another will save at a -6.
This is not going to go well.
Come on, buddy.
Ah, crap baskets.
That is good. Okay.
Well, can I do my immediate action nonsense again?
Yes, because you started the performance again, so you
I
can
did.
go for it. Yeah. Use up all of your whatever level spell that is.
It's only level 1. I got a ton of them.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of bonded.
Ha! Crap, that's even worse.
it's been really working out for you.
Will is not really my best, and with that -6, it is far from my best.
Okay, so Dominate Person. So you can control the actions of any humanoid creature through a telepathic link. You have to share a common language, so I assume that Jessup, of all people, speaks one of the following.
I'm sure we speak something.
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic. Do you speak any of those?
Draconic?
Yeah. It would probably go for Common. That's the most
It'd be
likely.
weird if he didn't speak common.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was trying to look up like Abyssal and all those. No, I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Yeah,
common.
no, yeah.
I don't speak common.
The creature is going to do it in Common because it's going to assume that you speak Common. But you can generally force the subject to perform as you desire within the limits of its abilities. You do share a language. The next sentence doesn't matter. Once you've given the dominated creature a command, it continues to attempt it to the exclusion of all other activities, except those necessary for day-to-day survival. Subjects resist this control, and any subject forced to take actions against its nature receives a new saving throw, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, self-destructive orders are not carried out, so it cannot dominate you to tell you to kill yourself, for example. So it is going to give you the command to, let's see how would it word it. I guess the easiest thing would be like, it would say in its in common, in its very deep voices, haste me.
Doesn't matter who I serve, they all want haste.
Would I be wrong to suggest the terrible idea that not only do we lose Inspire Courage, that perhaps the demons would benefit from it now?
No, because he didn't have it.
It still lingers, so
Yeah, but why would it linger to them? It lingers on us, not on him.
I don't know.
I suppose that's fair.
You get what I'm saying? Like the benefit lingers to us. It doesn't. It's not that his performance is lingering.
Yeah, because it's still his original echoing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Now, on the next turn,
If he does start it again, it'll benefit them.
Yes, 100%.
I'm assuming we lost Inspiring Presence, though.
So I looked at the spell text because obviously this is a DM territory. I think the flavor is like my presence is what inspires, but technically raw, it is a supernatural ability that does not. It lasts for a duration, so it wouldn't stop. But I knew for sure destruction was gone, and I was going to ask about this one, but I didn't want to interrupt anything that's going on.
Yeah, so once per day is a standard action, they get a bonus for a number of rounds equal to your hit dice. So the way I would read that is that it's just an ongoing effect. You don't have to continually be present. It is the initial words you give that.
That's what I interpreted it as well, and I just left it, and we could talk about it more later if we needed to.
So I'll say that you do still have that for a little bit here.
Inspiring presence is just it's more like inspiring word.
That will bring us to the top of round 5, Gideon. I know that you usually have a bunch of stuff going on now. I don't know if those things have already been done today.
Nope. So the only thing that would have gone off would have been Second Wind, which I can do as immediate action. Martyr's Blessing also technically would have popped off. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was like, where's Martyr's Blessing?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and roll that now for you guys. That should have happened already. So everyone but me will heal 16. And then my weapon, Enduring Gloom, will cast a Cure Light Wounds. Milani looks after me, and he regains consciousness. And then I'm going to try and do some stuff here.
And all of that happened technically before any of your actions happened, so you've got
Correct.
a full turn pretty much.
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and stand up?
Because I realize he's been hitting me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I remember Grace doesn't work for this, right? Because it's only movement and standing up, we decided.
So, technically speaking,
Yeah,
crawling is a rule that you can use.
that's technically true. I could cast Grace, crawl here, and then cast... That's so stupid. I'm going to do it. I love it.
Crawling, you
Pathfinder.
can crawl 5 feet as a move action. Crawling incurs attacks of opportunity normally. A crawling character is considered prone and must take a move action to stand up. Yeah, so you can crawl 5 feet with Grace,
What a stupid thing to happen.
but then you'll have to do your other move action to stand up, so you kind of lose any other abilities. But
Correct. But I would still have a standard at that point. No, because it'd be
No.
move.
yeah, that would be both your moves.
Oh, this is such a bad spot to be in.
What?
But I'm going to Grace,
Okay,
and I suppose we'll move
all right.
and stand up.
Okay. Swift move. Next up, it is Oran.
Well, now that he's up and moving, I will 5-foot step back. I will channel using my newfound malleable symbol that I bought back in Kraggodan to make it a 10-foot burst instead of the traditional 30. So I don't have to worry about touching anybody.
Yep. As a free action, you can alter that. Yep. So 10-foot burst centered anywhere within 30 feet. So you can center that behind you guys.
Yep.
And pretty much just get the 2 of you.
Yep, just behind him, and that'll get the 2 of us. So that is 7d6 now. 25. That's
All right.
Thank you, Jessup. I'm not down yet.
Okay, well, that's not my name.
I'm not helping you, fiends!
Excuse me, as he puts his shoulder. Oran, have we lost
Jessup
Jessup?
spits in your way.
I love how instantly aggressive he became. It's awesome.
He doesn't even recognize us anymore.
Dominate then.
Quick question. So my granted powers from my domain, how do those work? Are they standard actions? Because it doesn't.
Usually they are standard actions,
Hey.
unless they say otherwise.
Okay, so unless they say otherwise, assume they're standard actions.
Yeah, I believe in the general cleric rules. They say at the top says standard action unless they say otherwise. The DC
Right.
is this unless it says otherwise.
I ran into the same thing with some of my stuff. It's a standard action mostly.
Okay, because like Touch of Law starts with you can touch a willing creature as a standard action, but then Staff of Order doesn't say anything about
Yeah, I had similar
What it
confusion.
is.
What domain do you have?
law. I am the law.
Law domain, and touch of law is the ability you're looking at.
Staff of Order.
Yeah, so it's a supernatural ability, so it's a standard action.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, that brings us to the Babau, who is angry that you keep healing things. He's gonna try. He's not flanking anymore, so he can't get sneak attack even if he does hit. I should probably not look at the Gug's stat block because his to hit is like twice as high. 22 is gonna miss, I assume.
yes.
24 is.
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay,
Never mind.
yeah,
Go ahead.
24 will also miss.
Yes. Yes.
And then a 29 might hit.
Yes. 29 hits.
So you take 8 points of damage.
Ow.
That's it. That's its turn. Which brings us to Jessup.
Jessup.
You have to tell him what to do, Jason.
Oh, I already told him what to do.
Is it just
Cast
haste?
Yeah, it just said to haste him. It saw that you had cast that before, and he's like, yeah, why not?
So it's literally all I have to do. Or am I assuming that he is it just am I assuming he's my ally or all of them?
I didn't immediately see anything in the dominate person that talks about like ally stuff. It's just that you are under his control. So pretty much the only thing you're allowed to do is what he tells you to do, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it says you perform that action to the exclusion of all others.
And I
So-
still perceive him as a demon. He's just telling me what to do.
Yeah, presumably. Yeah, you are compelled to do as he says.
Yeah, but you're still conscious for this one. So this
Yeah,
one you
so-
can be upset about it.
Am I?
Yeah, I think it's like your body's moving without you wanting it to.
Oh,
You're just-
I've taken it as almost like being charmed to an extent.
Yeah, but I'm reading it here and I don't see that. Do you see that, Jace?
Well, no, but it does have the thing where you can do a sense motive to see if they're dominated. So it has similar
I see.
flavor.
So, well, I'm gonna play it where I think we're friends. So,
Okay.
Just a 5-foot step. Ah, everybody wants a little Jessup haste. Here you go, buddy.
All right.
Good old haste.
Good.
If you need anything else to put down these savages, let me know.
Wow.
Wow.
Savages. All right. All right.
After you cast heal on them too, no less.
Hey, you guys are the enemies now.
That will bring us to Kieran.
Can I dispel dominate person?
Should be able to. I don't see why
Because
you
it's
wouldn't be able
not
to.
an instantaneous, right?
No, it's days per level, so
Okay.
he'll be like this for the next 2 weeks, pretty much.
Well, I have an out of combat thing I can do, but in combat it's tricky, so I will try to dispel it. So I'll roll a caster level check.
Okay, I have the DC.
26.
The DC is 23.
Oof. Okay, so you're not dominated anymore. So that was a standard action.
He's standing next to him now.
I know, Jessup's like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
I imagine he has like a hand on the thing's shoulder. Like,
I feel like
You're doing
Jessup is
great.
just coming in and out of consciousness, like he's wakes, sees everybody, goes down, wakes up, there's demons, doesn't know where he is, wakes up.
This
He's
is
just
a
like,
nightmare.
he's like hungover, like blacked out drunk, but he's coming in and out and only sees bits and pieces of his day. Yeah.
stop
Yeah.
bringing me back.
So Kieran will then move 15 feet up to be next to Jessup. That will be my turn.
All right, that brings us to the Gug and the Guy. And by Guy, I mean demon. It can do this a number of times per day. So it's going to cast a spell, and I need all 4 of you to give me I think it's a will save.
Do we still have Inspire Courage going? Is that still
Yes.
lingering?
This is the second round, and
Okay.
presumably
Yes.
Jessup
Is this
started.
a fear effect at all, Jason?
It is. It's nothing. No.
It's nothing.
It's a spell-like ability, but it's
Who casts that, Jason?
the Gug.
Oh, it's a spell-like ability, so add 2 to mine, please.
Okay. So Gideon gets a 27, Oran gets a 24, Jessup with a 28, Kieran with a
20.
something? Okay, 20. Okay. So you all pass. None of you are slowed.
Rude.
I would have
Rude.
been so over it.
That'll bring us to the demon. The demon is going to look at you, Kieran, and in common it will say,
You should have left your friend with me. Then he might have survived.
Oh no.
and he's going to start full attacking you guys
With haste.
with haste.
So many attacks.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks now. Do I want to alternate or do I just want to take one of you down? He's just going to go for Kieran. So, Kieran, I've got one bite coming here. That is a 24.
That's my AC.
Oh, I actually kind of thought that was going to miss. You take 7 points of damage. So that's 7 on the first attack. The first claw, it's a natural 1. Second claw is a 25, so that will hit and deal another 10 points of damage. And then it's going to do 2 gore attacks because he's hasted, so cocked die, but that was a really good roll. Same roll. 33 to hit, so that'll hit. So 11 points of damage on the first gore. And then, wait, do you have your glaive out?
No.
Okay, so it's not going to do that. And then the other gore is a hasted, so 24 to hit, which does hit. So another 12 points of damage. And that will be its turn. It's actually going to 5-foot step here. Top of round 6. We are back to Gideon.
Wow. This has not been going amazingly well. We're first off going to swift action, use Divine Touch.
It's going to be 9. Oh.
No, it was 11. It's okay. And then we'll cast a Cure Serious Wounds. So 22 I heal up. He will move action.
Oh god, they're summoning more things in the pentagram off to our right. So much. A big demon.
That'll still provoke, but that's fine. He'll move there.
Okay. That will provoke a natural 20. Will hit.
My lord.
And a 29 will miss, I assume.
Yes.
Natural 17. I think he had to roll a natural 20 to hit you.
I think he might have had to have rolled a natural 20.
I think this Babau actually is the only one this combat who's been rolling natural 20s. I might be misremembering, but I feel like the Babau has rolled a lot of 20s and not confirmed them. So you take 8 points damage.
Yeah.
And that's your turn?
Yep.
All right, that brings us to Oran.
How much did I see how much damage these little fellas down here took? Was it quite a bit? Did I see them get tore up quite a bit?
Over here, Kieran, you mean?
Yeah.
You definitely saw them get hit. You know that Kieran can take a bit of a beating, but he took. I think he got hit by all the. No, at least one of the attacks missed. He got hit a couple times. You know that much. You don't know if he's like on death's door necessarily, but you would know that he hasn't really been hit yet.
Okay, Jason's saying you'll live forever, so Jessup hasn't been hit yet.
You know that Kieran hasn't really been in the melee yet for the most part. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said Jessup hadn't been hit yet.
No.
Well, I'll just 5-foot step and try and kill this demon.
You can try. All of those hit. I need 3 reflex saves.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. So your weapon from the acidic slime on this creature, from the 2 attacks, I rolled fairly poorly, so it's going to take 7 points of damage. This would be a one-handed weapon, yes?
Yes.
So hit points would normally be 5, but it is a +1 enhancement, so that would put it to a 15, and it gains the broken condition when it's at half, so it's technically not, because it's at 8 hit points. So You see that the acidic protective slime on this demon begins eating away at your magical hammer. Not enough for it to deform, but you think that further assault might cause difficult to repair or expensive to repair damage to your weapon. But your attacks do all hit the creature. Not all the damage appears to have gone through, though. It is still up. And that brings us to the Babau, who does not want to be flanked. So it will step here. And it will full attack Oran.
No.
It's a miss. That's maybe 29?
Yes.
Okay. And then a miss. So you will get hit once, taking 6 points damage.
Got it.
Which then brings us to Jessup, who has been dispelled of the Dominate Person spell.
Jessup, Will, Monster Lord, that bad guy.
All right.
The demon who keeps trying to dominate him.
What do you get on the check?
I don't know. What do I need to roll?
Knowledge Planes.
27?
27 is enough to identify the creature and get one piece of information about it. You identify this muscular violet demon that has elephantine feet, large razor-sharp horns covering its body, as a Calavicus demon. It is a chaotic evil medium outsider. It is chaotic, demon, evil, extraplanar. You know that Calavicus demons exist pretty much for the sole reason of destroying other creatures. Is there any specific piece of information you'd like to know about it?
Can you list off its immunities?
It is immune to electricity and poison. It has resistance 10 against acid, cold, and fire. It does have DR, and and it has spell resistance, but you knew about the DR and spell resistance. But yeah, immune to electricity and poison, and yeah.
Just for clarification, is it immune to fear effects?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I assumed it would have been part of that, but... And then, is it cheesing? Can I get a second Monster Lore on this one, or just one at a time?
Did you not already Monster Lord the Babaus?
Did we? I don't remember. I don't think I got a turn with him. I could be wrong.
That's fair. Yeah, then sure.
Was that planes as well?
Yeah,
Or
it's
is
another
that-
planes. Yeah, it's another planes.
27 again, consistent.
So that's enough to identify it and get two pieces of information.
Immunities again.
So Babau are immune to electricity and poison, and they have acid resistance 10, cold resistance 10, and fire resistance 10. So the same thing.
What languages do they speak?
Babau tend to speak Abyssal, Celestial, Draconic, and they have telepathy to 100 feet.
Okay. Jessup's going to 5-foot step back, and he is going to standard action cast Blistering Invective in Draconic.
Oh my. So you unleash an insulting tirade so vicious and spiteful the enemies who hear it. Okay, so allies who hear it are not affected. Okay.
You stop everything right now! Play with my emotions! I don't like it! Jerks!
You just made the demon blush from your tirade of insult.
So, joke's on me. I don't think it's going to matter if they catch fire, but I don't care.
Well, you will have to roll spell resistance first.
Ooh, that's true. So what do I roll for that again?
So it'll be 1d20 plus your caster level.
Now, do I roll it once for both or individually?
That is a good question. It is a different number between them, so I'd say roll it individually.
Okay, so I'll start with the...
I reserve the right to change my ruling if you do this again in the future and there's like 30 enemies. But for now, since there's only 2, we'll just...
Okay, I'll start with the Babau demon.
Okay.
29.
That will overcome its spell resistance.
And then forget its name, the elephantitis demon there. Whatever
The
it is.
Calavicus.
That was close. 29. Am I
29 will
cheating? Why do I
succeed
keep
again.
rolling the same numbers?
So, do they get a save on this? They do. They don't? They do.
It's reflex partial. I think this is for the fire. So you unleash an insulting tirade so vicious and spiteful that enemies who hear it physically scorched by fury. When you cast a spell, you make an intimidate check, which I will do, to demoralize each enemy within 30 feet. Enemies that are demoralized take 1d10 points of fire damage, which it doesn't do. So it doesn't really matter if they roll or not.
Oh, yeah, so no fire. Yeah.
So I just more wanted it for the demoralize effect.
Okay, yeah, so go ahead and roll your intimidates.
So do you want me to just roll 1 for this one?
Yeah, I might as well just roll 1 because it's...
All right, so I will roll my oratory because that's part of my intimidate.
All right.
Oh, that's not good. 25.
25, so 10 plus the hit dice plus wisdom. Neither of them are terribly wise. So you succeed on both. The Babau will be intimidated for 2 turns.
And the other one?
for 1 turn.
Okay. So that was 5-foot step, move action. So they're both shaken, correct?
Yes.
Just for future reference, Jason, the last few sentences, or the last sentence says that spell resistance would negate the fire damage, but does not protect them from the demoralizing effect.
Okay.
So,
Oh, thanks, Sarah.
Yep.
And then Jessup will swift action. I guess it doesn't really matter, but then he will start a performance. He'll actually, so Inspire drops for everybody, but then he will start up Dirge of Doom.
Okay.
So they'll take a minus, but I do have improved Dirge of Doom, so any creature that is shaken from another effect now becomes frightened for that specific creature.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So Babau feasibly will be frightened for 2 rounds, and the other one for 1 round.
All right. Yep. Flees from the source of the fear as best it can. Okay, it is able to flee, so it doesn't stay and fight. Okay. Noted.
So Jessup will, I think I bought us 6 seconds for one and 12 for the other. Just average.
All right, and that's your turn.
Yes.
That brings us to Kieran.
okay. Kieran is going to start by casting a quickened magic missile at the Babau.
Oh my.
Cool.
So that will be 21 force damage against the... Nope. 20 force damage against the Babau.
Okay, give me a spell resistance.
Okay,
Come
so
on.
plus 4 is 31.
Yep. It was 17, so.
Nice.
And you do 20 points of damage.
Yes.
The Babau evaporates as
Okay.
the damage is enough to end its summoning.
I scared it to death.
Then I will 5-foot step back and cast a magic missile at the clavicus. So spell resistance is 29 against that one.
That'll work.
Force damage, that'll be 19 force.
19, all right.
That is my turn.
That brings us to the Gug and the Clavicus Demon. The Gug is going to cast... How annoying do I feel?
Oh, goodness.
No, let's do this first. We'll do the annoying thing later, but we'll do this one first. So I need all of you. So 20-foot radius spread. I think I can get all of you at a 20-foot radius spread, right? Easily. Oh, yeah, easily. All of you. Okay. I need all of you to give me a, whatever the heck save this is, a will save.
Nice. Great.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Are any of you good?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
So Gideon, Oran, Jessup, who are good aligned,
Yes.
succeeded your saves, so you will take half damage from the unholy blight, and you will not be sickened because you succeeded the save. Kieran, who is neutral, will fail his save but takes half damage because he is not good aligned. So basically you all take half damage and are not sickened. So half of this. So you all take 13 points of damage.
Jessup will flavor be sickened that Kieran is not good aligned.
Yeah, and an unholy power is summoned to smite you, and it takes the form of a cold, cloying miasma of greasy darkness. Only good and neutral creatures are harmed by the spell, so the Clavicus Demon is laughing as it cries in fear. So that will be the Gug's turn. And then the Clavicus Demon is going to run over here in fear, crying. He's never been called a jerk before.
Scathing.
And that'll bring us to the top of round 7, which brings us back to Gideon.
Who is going to pull out a potion, 5-foot step, and drink it. Potion of Cure Serious.
Okay.
Plus 22. And then we'll go ahead and do another bit of Divine Touch as a swift action. That's it.
That will bring us to Oran.
You might as well go in fresh. He's going to channel.
Okay. And you have selective channeling, I think, so you could
I
get
do.
rid
So
of
I
him
can
anyway.
ignore him anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
That is not insignificant.
That was
That is
33
nice.
points of healing is very, very good.
Especially to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're my friend. Don't let my alter ego tell you otherwise.
Alright, so that's basically a heal spell. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, but I've only got one left for the day, just FYI.
You can move if you'd like.
What the heck is this? What's this?
I just drew out its threatened reach.
Oh my goodness. What noodle arms? I guess I'll stay there. I'll 5-foot step up a little and that'll be it.
That brings us back to Jessup.
Jessup will drop Dirge of Doom. Swift action. Actually, no. He will. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, swift action will switch to Inspire Courage for everybody.
Yay.
Yeah, swift action, move action, pull out my bow, standard action. I'll take 1 PPU.
At the Gug.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's just one base little shot there. 27.
27 will miss your target.
Ah, I'm rusty.
All right. That brings us to Kieran.
Jessup will tactfully 5-foot step over.
Okay.
Okay, I think I can do this. I want to quicken another magic missile, but then can I charge? Because I think I can do a swift action and a full round action in the same turn.
That's great.
Okay.
So I want to quicken a magic missile at the Gug.
All right.
I don't know if that has spell resistance. Well, I'll roll it. So a 33 against spell resistance. So magic missile, potentially 17. I can't get that one out of there. I don't know what it's coming from.
Okay. You fire off a magic missile at the Gug, and it looks like an ethereal shield propels them into the nearby walls.
Okay. And then I will charge with my glaive. I know I will provoke. That's
goodness,
fine.
yes, you'll provoke.
I'll charge right there.
He's gonna try to claw ya. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
And 35.
Yep, that will confirm.
Prayer. 34.
Don't you have fortification on your dwarven belt thingy, or no?
No, not anything like that, no.
Oh, no.
So, very, very good damage. 20. Wait, let me make sure I got that right. 777 is 21 plus 8. Yeah, 29 points of damage.
Oh, there goes that channel.
I was gonna say, there goes my channel. This is fine.
All right, so then my attack will be a 37
37 will strike your target.
for 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. All right, not bad. Not bad.
That's my turn.
Ooh, and sorry, Jason. Kieran is within 30 feet, and I do my inspire, so I add 3 more. I whispered you.
Thank you for GM rolling that.
3 more
The others
damage.
couldn't see it.
3 more damage?
Yeah.
Distorted voice. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I still had it whispered on, but it did 3.
Okay. That will bring us to the Gug and the Demon. The Gug is going to 5-foot step back here, and then it is going to cast a spell. So all of this area, I guess I can sort of draw the shape again. All of this area, it's going to be super rough because I'm not going to bother with it, but that whole area that you guys are standing in, you see the rocky ground beneath you begins to shape itself into long, sharp points. And that is what happens. You can spellcraft it if you want to know more, but otherwise...
I do. I want to know. Can you show me? 24.
So with this spell level plus... Okay. So Kieran and Oran, you identify this as a Spike Stones spell. So moving in that area will deal damage. So any creature moving on foot into or through the spell's area moves at half speed. In addition, each creature moving through the area takes 1d8 points of piercing damage for each 5 feet that it moves. Any creature that takes damage from the spell must also succeed at a reflex save to avoid injuries to its feet. A failed save causes the creature's speed to be reduced to half normal. So that would basically be quarter speed at that point if you're still in the area. Until healed. That's pretty much all the important stuff, I think. So, yeah, it is difficult terrain, and moving through it will deal damage. And now it is the demon's turn. The demon wishes he had a ranged spell of some sort. Don't think he does. He is going to move action here, and that'll be his turn. Top of the next round, Gideon. Actually, I'm sorry, the demon will move action here, and then he will cast haste, so that the Gug is also hasted.
Wait, he can cast haste?
Yeah.
Why did he make Jessup cast haste?
He didn't want to waste his action.
My haste tastes better.
Just to make Jessup feel bad.
So
Just
dumb.
to use a spell slot.
Because Jason wants to troll me by even having the enemies
That
requesting
was
haste.
his last. It was his last. Oh wait, no, he can do each of these 3 times per day. Never mind. He could. Yeah, he can do it. Okay, never. Continue.
Do not abandon hope, he'll say as he casts Good Hope. We are all in the perfect haste configuration, so we're good.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, that won't stack with heroism, but if it's programmed correctly, that shouldn't matter. So those of you who didn't have heroism basically have heroism,
That's correct.
and you can move.
I think I'm assuming they said, well, he can see the spikes even, so.
Well,
Not-
technically no. Give me a perception check.
Oh, okay. I'm interested in this.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the rocky ground, stone floors, and similar surfaces shape themselves into long, sharp points that blend into the background.
It's too lower. Does a 42 do it?
Yeah, 42 perception should be able to notice the spiked stones. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where it gives the DC. Where is that? A character with trap finding can use perception. Oh, so maybe you couldn't. Yeah, whatever. You see him. 44 is pretty high.
Okay. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
Yeah, stay there like fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll start an invocation of. Yeah, we'll do destruction again.
Okay. Next up is Oran.
I'm gonna begin casting a spell.
Good luck.
Okay.
Thanks.
That brings us to Jessup then.
So we all have to roll to to see the spiky floors, or does that relate to us?
So it says that a creature with trap finding can use perception to find the spike stones. I'll let you roll it anyways because I did it for Gideon. I thought it was just a general perception, but it sounds like it might be more.
I probably am not going to.
Yeah, it says magic traps such as spike stones are hard to detect. A character with trap finding can use perception to find them. But I thought it was just
I
perception.
see.
But I ruled it that way already, so you can roll a perception to notice it. I'll just have the DC be like 30.
That's fine.
I can hit it on nat 20. Ha! Nope, 17.
17, yeah, you're not sure what's going on.
So I guess Jessup doesn't know, so I won't metagame. So I guess I will attempt to move over here.
Give me a reflex save. Is this for every square? So yeah, so you move at half speed. In addition, each creature moving through the air takes 1d8 points of damage for each 5 feet. Oh, so you take the damage regardless. It's the reflex save is afterwards.
So
to not be
3.
injured.
I mean, I guess could we argue once
So
Jessup
you
goes
could
to
move 5 feet, and you would
and then-
take 7 points of damage as your feet just collide into like several spikes that shoot through your boots. And then after you've moved 5 feet, you can be like, oh, okay,
Okay.
maybe.
Do I have to roll a reflex or no?
You do need to roll a reflex. Yes, I would like that.
24.
Okay, so your feet, you're able to avoid anything that would be super severe injury. So you haven't like sprained your ankle on the uneven ground, but you did take some damage.
Oh, there's something poking my feet over here. Okay, Jessup will maintain inspire courage and oh gosh, I hope this doesn't bite us in the booty. I'm sorry, Kieran, unless this saves you. So Jessup's going to use a level 4 spell slot to cast displacement on Kieran with 1 charge of my long shadow cloak for reach.
Oh boy.
All right, Kieran, it was nice knowing you.
There we go.
It's okay. Death has just become a normal everyday occurrence to me anymore, so it's okay.
I almost died this combat. Jessup almost died this combat. It's only fair that Kieran gets a turn.
Kieran has died already twice in this campaign, so hush.
Why is it a 4th level spell?
I'm out of 3rd level spells.
Okay. Yeah.
So I had to use this 4th level spell slot to cast the 3rd
I just wanted to
spell.
make sure that
Sorry.
you weren't increasing it because of the cloak, because the cloak acts like a rod. so it
No,
doesn't-
the demon made me waste my last 3rd level
Gotcha.
natural
Okay.
spell.
The demon made me. That's not. I'm not sure that's justification.
Well, he was dominated, so he had to.
the devil made you do it.
Yeah, but in this case, it's quite literal. The demon did make him do it.
So that is your turn, Jessup.
Yes, standard action, move action, maintain. Yeah, so we're good.
Okay, that brings us to Kieran.
Okay, oh boy. Lots of choices here. So Kieran is going to cast another quickened magic missile.
All right.
The not the shielded one, the Clavicus. Yeah. So spell resistance is a 24.
That'll still make it.
Okay. So 19. I corrected it. So 19 force.
All right. Okay.
And then I will move action up.
Okay. So that will provoke.
It will provoke.
And you take 2 points of damage from the spikes.
Okay.
So give me a reflex save first. We'll conclude that quick.
Okay, reflex save is a 23.
All right. Yep, you're good. So you're not injured by that. Well, you are injured by them, but your speed is not permanently halved.
Okay.
But the
permanently halved, like forever
well,
for the rest
until
of the
healed.
campaign. Oh,
No, until healed.
It's like,
Permanently half.
I have to go the rest of this campaign flying.
That is a 31 to hit on the attack of opportunity. Sorry, 30 to hit because of prayer.
Yes, and then roll a displacement.
All right, I'll roll my 2 displacement die because the Gugs have blind fight.
Okay.
So that is a, what is that, 79. What am I supposed to roll? 1 to
You're
50
supposed to roll
misses.
over 50
Okay,
to hit
so
me.
that succeeded, but
Okay.
I'm going to roll it again anyways. 41. So one of them technically missed, but still hits because of the first one hit. So whatever.
Okay.
11 points of damage.
Okay. And then I will attack the Clavicus with my glaive. So a 25, a natural 2.
A 25 will miss your hasted target.
Yeah, cool. All right, that's my turn.
That brings us to both of them. So the Gug is going to... Yeah, he'll full attack. Arcane Strike. First attack on Kieran is a natural 19. That's going to hit, but he doesn't crit on that, so just a natural 19. I'll roll the 2d100 in the chat, so one of them has to be over 50. So that is 1 hit. So from the bite, you will take 12 points of damage. Next claw, natural 18, that'll hit. I'll just do all the attacks at once. That'll hit 32. That'll hit 28. And the final claw, yeah, that's still a 30 because the claws are higher. So all the claws potentially hit. So let me roll the displacements. So hit, barely hit. So all 4 of them will hit. So that'll be 11 points of damage, 12 points of damage, 8 points of damage, 9 points of damage, and then he does get rend, which is going to be an additional 11 points of damage.
Okay.
The area is covered in traitor blood.
Oh, that's right. He was Malthune the whole time. I'd forgotten.
I hadn't, but I had other things on my mind right now.
Okay. Brings us to the top of round 9. It is Gideon. Actually, the guy's gonna have 5 foot steps, so you have to move to get him.
Okay.
Oh, the Clavicus didn't even take his turn.
Do you want to say delayed or do you want to take his turn? I'm fine.
Clavicus. He's gonna move back, so you've got to move up to get him.
Oh, come off it. This guy. Listen to him. Alright, I'm going to cast Effortless Armor using my cloak.
Okay.
And I suppose I can't charge, so I'll double move to there, moving through 4 squares.
4 squares, you say?
Well, unless it goes like, the way that it goes.
Unless it goes the way that
it goes.
You know what I'm talking about. Unless I have
words like that come very, very infrequently.
If I have to count the every other or whatever, it's 30 feet to get.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you. Yeah.
Okay. You see what I
Take
mean,
19 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need a save, a reflex save specifically, a save of the reflexive variety. Okay, 30. You can continue without further hampered movement.
Okay, and I suppose we'll divine touch again.
Okay.
1, 8.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I had to double move, and moving out, I won't.
You had to. I'm sorry. Did you say you had to double move?
Yeah.
Because you cast a spell.
Oh, you're right. Because I can't charge. Oh my goodness me. So I would be there then, because it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would have only give yourself 7 hit points back.
Okay.
So after that, it comes to Oran.
Nice. You get it off, buddy.
Yay, my spell goes off. It was summon monster.
1.
5. I would like my large earth elemental. Right.
How about a very small earth elemental?
Okay, but I want 15 of them.
That seems a little excessive.
Sounds like you're ordering at the meat counter or something. It's like you can either have 1 large steak or 15 little steaks.
I forgot. Does he have a name?
No, I haven't named him yet.
So it can take its attacks right away.
Yep, so it's going to do its 2 slams, which is 1d20 plus 14.
All right.
Doesn't it get an additional bonus if it's on the ground?
It does, thank you. 20 plus 15. 26?
26 will miss. I assume you're attacking the...
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gug.
26 will miss the Gug.
Ugh. Come on! Oh my goodness.
And 18 will surprisingly also miss the Gug.
Nuts. And then Oran.
You are 35 or 40 feet away from the enemies.
Ah, okay. So he's gonna try to hold person on old Noodle Arms.
Okay.
Hold monster. Sorry, hold monster on old Noodle Arms.
All right, and that is a will save.
That is a yes. Will negates.
Oh wow, that's a bad roll. That is a 19.
That will. It's a level 6 spell. That'll fail.
That should
That
fail.
will fail.
That fails. So it's 20.
I rolled it in the chat there. I was like, it's a plus 16. It's pretty good, but a 3 will fail.
It's a shot in the
Yay.
dark, but it
Yes.
paid off.
Paid off.
So yes, it is holded.
It is now holded for 13 rounds, becomes paralyzed, freezes in place. It's aware and breathes normally, but cannot take any actions, even speech. Each round on its turn, the subject may attempt a new saving throw to end the effect. This is a full round action that does not provoke attacks of opportunity. And that's about it. Yep. So basically, you just can't move. And that'll be Oran's turn for now.
Okay, that brings us to Jessup.
When this was casting spells, do we know what language it was casting them in?
Abyssal. Seems to be a very abyssal situation going on here.
You meant to say abysmal. Very abysmal situation here.
I mean, he's not any different than the other Gugs we've been fighting, correct? Just even though he looks different.
I mean, he's been casting spells, which the others weren't.
He's got fancy clothes.
Does that
which the others
constitute
don't
a
have.
new monster lore, or not really?
No, I mean, he's still a Gug, so I mean, like, no, but,
I'm going to take a risk, and I will attempt to roll an intimidate check on him. I believe
Okay.
you got to be within 30 feet, don't you? I believe for that.
okay, yeah, go for it.
No, you got to be closer, I think, to do that.
Yeah, you do have to be within a certain range. And I looked at his hit dice, and I was like, my goodness, sir.
No, I can't roll. Can I roll acrobatics to get closer without taking damage?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just didn't know if there's a way to like jump from square to square, moving distance without touching.
It doesn't sound like it from what I can see of the spell.
I do like the idea of jumping.
Yeah, but you'd still be landing in a square.
Yeah, but it would only be one square then.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Like if I move up to here, you would jump from square to square, so you'd only take the
So
damage.
you
from
can
the
go
square
for
you
it,
hit.
but without a 10-foot run jump,
It's pretty hard.
You'd cut your check by half to determine how far you go. So you probably won't actually get more than maybe 10 feet. So you could maybe skip like one square if you're lucky. But I mean, you can try it.
Is equal to the distance crossed if horizontal.
He is so pessimistic, let me tell you.
They double, so if you don't have a 10-foot running start.
So basically, half of your check would determine how far you get. So if you rolled a 10, you'd roll one square. If you rolled a 20, you'd go 2 squares.
All right, I'm just going to take a check off to maintain performance. I'm just going to delay then. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay. That brings us to Kieran.
All right, Kieran's going to try to cast a 3rd level spell defensively, so there will be a +4 on this roll. 22. That fails, doesn't it? No,
No, it doesn't.
21 is. All right, so I'm defensively going to try to dispel the spike stone spell.
She doesn't have the defense, right? because he's frozen.
Technically, no.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's held.
Yeah, he's held, so you don't have to. But.
Succeeded anyways.
Well, I did anyway, so
The one object, creature, or spell is the target. Target area is one spellcaster, creature, or object. Where's
so maybe
the
I
text?
can't
Do
dispel
an
it?
area. Surely you can do an area. Surely. You can also use target dispel to specifically end one spell effect the target or one spell affecting an area, such as wall of fire. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, go ahead and roll your check.
Oh, okay. So my check is a natural 20 for a 31.
The DC for this would have been 21, so that will be enough.
Okay. And then I will 5-foot step back. That's my turn.
Well, I guess I wouldn't mind Jessup going in.
All right. Jessup delayed, did you say?
I did delay.
Okay, so I'll put you at initiative count 13. Carry on.
I'm going to move up then to be within 30 feet. So I'll just move to here. And then I will attempt to just do a standard demoralize on him in Abyssal. Or not Abyssal, I'm sorry, I don't have that. I meant Draconic.
Draconic?
Correct.
Okay.
So I will roll Oratory. Come on, baby! 36. There we go.
Okay. A 36. Unfortunately, he does not speak Draconic, so
Poop.
he does not respond.
Darn it.
Is that your turn?
Disappointingly, yes.
Okay. Brings us to the Gug, who has a full round action, is going to try to re-roll. I'll roll it in the chat. I did it last time. Why not?
I was trying to shake him to lower his save throws.
Oh man, he would have passed on anything over a 3.
Yeah. 35 will break the effect of hold person or hold monster, but he had to do that as a full round action.
Yep.
So he will instead 5-foot step here, and then the Clavicus demon will go.
The spikes are gone.
Yes, they were dispelled by Kieran there.
Nice.
Kieran's D-spell's coming in clutch. Combat. Oh my goodness.
So how do we want to do this? The Clavicus.
All of us have been putting in work this combat. All of us. Like,
Yep.
pulling tricks out left and right. Hey,
Yep.
hey, leave Brock alone. Okay, he didn't even do anything.
He can't get to full attack range of anybody else, so he's going to take 5 attacks against Brock over there.
No.
Because he's still hasted, so that is a natural 19, so that is a 35 to hit.
Yes.
That is a 23 to hit because of haste.
Listen, can he get lower than an 18?
If he rolls a natural 1.
Okay, so unless he rolls a natural 1, it's a hit.
Natural 19, that'll hit. Natural 2 gets it an 18.
That hits.
Okay, so yeah.
Brock,
naturally,
no!
Everything hits. So I'm just going to roll all of these at once as one big... I think I can do this. I can do this, right? So 2, 4, 6. So plus...
He does have DR10. Or DR5.
Okay. Then I'll just do it separately then. So no damage on the bite.
That makes sense. You can't bite stone.
No damage on the claw. 2 damage on the next claw. And then 4 damage. And then another 4 damage. It did not realize that it had DR, but now it does.
Now it knows it has DR5.
And next time it will power attack for more damage. That brings us to the top of round 10. We have Gideon.
Okay, we're gonna try to do some damage finally. We're gonna move into flanking.
Okay, that will provoke.
That's fine.
So you will... No joke, natural 20.
I swear to God, I said to myself, I should cast Grace because he'll probably roll on that 20. And then I said to myself, that's a 5% chance. No way that's gonna happen again.
To confirm with haste,
Yeah.
that brings it to a 37.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
All right, you take 23 points of damage.
All right, and then we get a single attack.
All right,
35.
35 will hit your hasted target.
We have Inspire Courage, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Inspire Courage, Heroism, Inspiring Presence, Prayer. That's everything.
And is there anything interesting about your weapon?
Not right now.
Okay, so not all of that seems to go through, but some of it does. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay, I have Oran next.
We'll start with Brock. He's going to attack the demon.
All right. Flanked.
Plus 17.
33 will hit.
Hey. You want me to roll both attacks first and then damage? Or
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. 1d20 plus 17.
Wait, didn't we say that the rock golem could get my inspire courage?
Only if you were speaking in its language, which I
Karen.
assume you probably weren't.
Yeah.
So I can only speak in one at a time, you mean, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh, you're trash, bro.
that'll miss. Yeah. So one attack hits.
So it's a d6 plus 7.
With that name, he's going to suffer a lot of abuse.
Yeah. 16 points of damage.
All right. Some of that goes
17
through.
points of damage. Sorry, 17, not 16. It's plus 1 to the Earth Mastery. Assuming the demon's touching the ground.
Yes. Yep. Some of that damage does go through.
Okie dokie, and I'm still hasted, so I think I have 40 feet of movement, don't I? Is that right?
Probably.
Yes, I have 40 feet of movement. So, or it's gonna move up here.
That will provoke.
Alrighty then. Get me noodle arms. Nat 20. Let's hear it.
Pretty bad roll.
I have a 28 AC.
Let me see if there's any other floating +1 that I'm forgetting.
Oh my goodness.
I rolled a natural 5, but that only gets me a 26.
I'm a 28.
I'm sorry, 27 because of haste. That's why I'm looking for a +1 somewhere. I don't think I have it. Okay, I'll say you're good for now.
Well, did you have its -1 from prayer
Shut up.
in there? Okay.
I didn't.
Alright. And he'll smack at it with a 43. Holy cow, that's a nat 19.
That will hit. You're going after the Gug,
The
not
Gug.
the demon. Okay.
Correct.
Yes, that will hit the Gug.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
That's 3 additional points.
39. All right. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Kieran, it is your turn to charge in.
Uh-huh. I don't know. Did we ever learn anything about the Gugs? Probably did in the last combat, so
I'm sure you did.
I don't
I don't
remember
know
this
what we
being a
would've learned.
thing. So I'll just try my other breath weapon for the day on the Gug. See what happens. This is electricity again. So it is a reflex save, DC 20.
Okay. Reflex. Yeah, I'll just keep rolling them in the chat. Why the heck not? 29.
29, so 23 points of electricity.
23 points of damage. So you definitely see some of it goes through. It doesn't look like it's a full effect, but a good amount of it.
Okay. And then I will take a 5-foot step back.
That-
Next to Jessup. That's my turn.
You want to pull out that glaive? Charge in?
I have my glaive out, but I'm not charging in.
Speaking of, that brings us to Jessup.
Jessup, who's going
Jessup.
to maintain performance. Spackers. Jessup will, I think, attempt a full-on onslaught with some really bad negatives to that guy.
Okay.
But he will... I should most definitely be within point-blank range. Oh, no, I most definitely am not.
Oh no.
Oh, I am. Never mind. I can get his right foot.
And you could 5-foot step if you wanted to.
Shoot him in the toes.
So Arcane Strike, Point Blank Shot, Fire into Melee, Inspire Courage, Haste Good Hope, all that nonsense. All right. I will take... Let me look at one other thing here.
No looking at other things.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a shot, but if any of these hit, then other stuff might happen. But I will take my 3 shots on the big guy.
Okay.
Look, 30, 27, and 35. I'm hoping the 35 at least hits.
And that's with all of the appropriate penalties?
And bonuses.
Okay.
Yes.
The 35 will hit.
Okay. So the 35 hits, and let's see here. So not that it's a huge deal, but when the wearer makes because I have the gloves of arcane striking, when the wearer makes an attack using an arcane strike that hits enemies adjacent to the target take damage equal to the wearer's arcane strike damage bonus. So it will take 3 piercing damage as arcane to the demon because he's adjacent.
All right.
And
Okay.
I will also roll my 1d6 for my own discordant voice, so whopping 2 damage.
Okay.
And Jessup will stay right there.
That will bring us to the Gug and the Demon. The Gug is going to full attack. Is this a standard action to do? Because if so, he's not going to do it. It is. Why the heck would he ever do that? So he's going to full attack. He's going to start off with, I don't know if he knows who's easier to hit. I'm just going to roll for it. I'm going to see. I'm going to roll a D100. 1 to 50 is Gideon. 51 to 100 is Oran.
Oh, he's just ignoring the elemental?
Yeah, he saw the DR go on with the claws not really working, and he's like, I have claws. I'm not going to do that. So these are going to be against Gideon. So the bite, that's a 30 even, which probably misses.
Yep.
A 30 even, single digits, goodness. Natural 1. 2 more claws, 33.
33 will hit.
And then a 35.
Hits.
Okay, so you will take 13 plus another 13. So 26 points of damage from the claws, and then rend will be another 11. So a total of 37 points of damage.
Okay.
Then it is the demon's turn. The demon is actually going to 5-foot step here and is going to full attack, but its first 2 attacks are going to be replaced with combat maneuver checks.
Trips. I hope not.
Well, it could do that, but it's going to do something else.
Interesting. I wonder what it's going to do.
I'm going to say disarm.
Oh, yeah, that's a good choice.
Because he asked before if I had my glaive.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know
I
what
never
you're
asked
talking
that.
about. You did.
So this is going to be a CMB against your CMD, Gideon.
Yep.
Not a good roll. It's only a 25.
Well, that doesn't bode well for me.
Okay. Did either of you do a full attack against him?
Not yet. It does miss, by the way, just so you know.
Okay, but and Oran didn't even attack him at all. So he's gonna do the second one against same guy because the first one failed. That one is a 38,
Which will succeed.
Okay, did I beat it by 10 or more?
What was the number you said?
38.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so improved disarm.
Oh, man.
He literally takes your whole arm off.
I have in my notes here. So in place of a melee attack, CMB bonus, drop 1 item held. If exceed by 10, drops both items held. Or items held in both hands.
So it would still, because the shield is strapped, so it would still just be, he loses his weapon.
I would argue that he just rips it totally off, though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Because, so this creature, the Clavicus demon, its horns, so the Clavicus's numerous horns can easily catch weapons and yank them from their opponents. So it almost sounds like, I feel like it would still
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me.
yank it out of you. So you are disarmed.
So I lose the shield and the weapon. I have thus affected my...
And then
AC.
it'll use its 3 remaining attacks. Its bite and 2 claws against you. So there's a 33. Nope. This guy was prayed, so 32.
Still hits.
26 and lower.
26 and lower misses.
So he only hits you once, dealing 12 points of damage. And that will bring us to the top of round 11. Gideon, you're up again. You can spend 2 move actions to pick up both your weapon and shield. Because unfortunately he doesn't have greater disarm, so he can't launch them.
How does casting a scroll and provoking interact?
The same way as a normal spell.
So can you cast a scroll defensively?
Well, you'd have to provoke to draw it.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty much always the spell. It's like the spell.
Right. So, but in theory...
So I guess you could do it defensively, but drawing the scroll would still provoke.
Would still provoke, yeah. And to cast defensively is 15 plus double.
Yes.
So we're gonna go with some high risk, high reward, I think. I could also just 5-foot step back and pick up the weapons with 2 move actions, right?
Yes. But you would be within reach of the Gug still. But yes.
But picking up a weapon does provoke or doesn't?
Picking up an item, yeah.
It does.
What would you like to do?
We will 5-foot step here, move action, pick up Enduring Bloom. So go ahead and provoke.
Alright. That's a 34
Go ahead.
from the Gug. Oh yeah, the demon would also get one, wouldn't he? So yeah, so the Gug will deal 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the Clavicus demon rolls and I think that's only a 24.
That'll
So I think
miss.
that misses.
All right, and I will fight defensively.
Okay.
And hit the thing right in front of us.
Okay.
36.
36 will hit.
20.
Okay, yep. You definitely deal some damage there.
Yeah. I'm out of range, aren't I, Jessup?
Yes.
And that's your turn?
Yeah, that was a 34 to hit. Does that still hit?
Yeah. That brings us to Oran, who did not lose his weapon.
5 foot step.
All right, flanking in both directions.
And we'll start with the elemental attacking the Gug.
21 will miss.
Oh
And an
my
18 will
gosh. You're trash, Brock. Oran's going to attack the Gug. The Gug.
Okay, you are flanking the Gug.
So +2 to these, of course. So 36 on the last one.
The 36 will hit.
For 15 points of damage, plus the 18 points of damage.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yes.
Brings us to Kieran.
All right, Kieran will move in such a way to be here,
All right.
and then I will cast a Dragon's Breath spell in a line to hit the Clavicus and to the Gug. So this is a reflex save, and I'll roll spell resistance on the Clavicus. So 18 probably fails.
18 will fail on the Clavicus, actually.
So the Gug will have to roll a reflex save.
Yes. 20.
Yep, so we'll take 19 points of acid damage.
19 acid. Okay.
That's my turn.
That brings us to Jessup.
All right, Jessup will maintain, and Jessup will move action, get to here, and then Jessup will actually cast a spell. We do ear-piercing scream on the Cladicus demon.
Okay. Roll me spell resistance.
Yeah, 20.
20 will fail.
Well, sickles. I'm done.
All right. That brings us to the Gug and the Demon. Demon's going to 5 step out of flanking and full attack the now unshielded dude. So all of his attacks. So the bite, that'll be a 31.
Misses.
Oh.
Because I fought defensively.
Oh. First claw, 35.
That'll hit.
Second claw, natural 2 is going to miss. First gore, natural 8 is going to miss. Second gore, 34.
Hits.
Okay. So claw, gore. So the claw that hit deals 10 damage. The gore that hit deals 8 damage.
Okay.
And then the final gore deals a little bit better, 11 damage.
Okay.
That brings us to the Gug. Sorry, same guy. He's going to start full attacking the dwarf who keeps shooting him in the ankle. Well, hitting him in the ankles.
Ankle slap.
So against Oran, let me get to the right stat block here. The bite, 26.
Miss.
First claw, 38.
Hits.
And then a 29.
Hits.
And then a 31. And then a 39. So the 4 claws all hit.
Yes.
So I'll just lump all their damage together. So you take 51, followed by the rend. Another 60. Ooh, max on the rend. 16 damage from the rend. So a total of 67 points of damage.
Yikes. Oran's not looking great.
Top of round 12, we have Gideon.
We're going to 5 foot step back. And I think we will do an invocation of fast healing. And then let's cast nothing. That's it.
That brings us to Oran.
We'll start with Brock. Come on, big money. Dang it.
25 will miss.
28?
28 will miss.
Nets. Well, Oran's going to try and hit the Gug.
All right.
And he might die next round. We'll see what happens.
Well, we can only hope.
Well, you're not wrong.
Alright, so there's some potential damage.
Maybe.
A 35 will exactly hit your target. 37 will hit, 33 will miss.
Is flanking in those?
No. So that is a 35 on the last one.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Jessup. You're the best. So an additional 17.
So that would make it, with the other 6.
Like 57.
Okay.
Yes, 57. Yep.
57 final answer?
Correctamundo.
Gug goes unconscious.
Ha ha! Die, you silly Gug.
That was pretty darn close.
Yeah, it was. Oran's not feeling great. I mean, he's not super low, but he's low.
Don't forget fast healing 3.
Now he's all better.
No, I'm better. I'm so better now.
And that's your turn. You can 5-foot step.
I will 5-foot step over here.
All right. After that is Kieran.
Okay, Kieran's gonna try to just go all out. So, I'm gonna do 2 glaive attacks for my iterative, and then I will do a bite and a claws as my secondary attacks.
Okay.
So, my glaive attacks are going to be a natural 1 and a 28.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 22 slashing, and then I will grow my claws and my natural attacks. I will 5-foot step in. Oh, another 3 from Discordant Voice on that. So the bite attack will be a 20, and the claws attack will be a 25.
25 will miss because of haste.
Okay, that's my turn.
Thanks, Jessup. Enemies.
Well, it hasted itself later on anyways. But
Yeah.
Jessup, it's your turn.
Jessup.
I will do a full round attack. Fortunately, I'm going to have to fire into melee now, but swift action, arcane strike, and all the jazz.
Give him the jazz.
30, 25, 32.
The 30 and the 32 will hit. Feeling.
Oh, sorry, I got to click
Second
on
damage
for the extra damage. And then 2 of my discordant voices. Another 8.
He's still up.
You've got inspiring presence in there.
I
You've got
don't have inspiring presence in there, so that'd be an additional 1.
Still up. Well, it's gonna go, because it is the demon's turn. It's gonna full attack. Let me see, what turn is this? This is around 12, and oh yeah, it's plenty of haste left. Plenty of haste left. So yeah, it is going to. You have your glaive out, don't you, Kieran?
I do.
It's gonna try to disarm you for the first attack with its 1 gore. I don't think it has to be the gore, but because of the horn thing, it kind of. I'm only doing it on the gore, which it has 2 of because of haste. That's only a 28, but probably is. Probably
Yeah,
doesn't,
against CMD, I'm 27.
Okay, so not by 10. So you do drop your glaive, but I guess.
Is
it's
that
the
an
same
attack
thing.
roll?
It's an attack roll, yes.
Displacement!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
Indeed.
That's true.
guess That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Checks out.
And this one does not have blind fight, so it's just the. What does 0/0 mean? It's just 0.
100? Because the
Well, no. So I rolled 0/0 and a 7. So is that a 7 or a 70? I think it's a 7, right?
It's a 7.
it's a 7.
7.
Yeah.
So that's a miss.
Yay!
I think yes. Under is a miss. Yes.
Yes.
All right. So it'll try to do it again. So that'll definitely do it, but I have to roll the displacement again. 54. So
Darn!
you are disarmed,
Okay.
and the other 3 attacks will be coming at you. First one is a 24 to hit.
Yes, that's my AC.
Okay, we'll do displacement. 96, 69, 96. Well, either way, it's a 96, but either of those iterations would have been enough. So this is the bite, which is only going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Try to hit you with a claw. That will hit with a 29, but it's got to do the displacement, which is a 27, which will miss. Its only other attack, 26, will hit. Displacement is a 40, so that will also miss. And then it's going to 5-foot step here to be threatening of both of you. And Gideon, it's your turn.
We will 5-foot step here, swift action, cast Second Wind, healing 18, and I will pull around attack. And I'm using this with 2 hands actually for the first time I realized because I don't have a shield. So just keep that in mind. And we are not going to fight defensively.
Okay. 24 will miss, but the 28 will hit.
It's a 26 because flanking is not in there.
Okay, 26 will just hit.
Yep. So
Which means you do put it down.
nice.
And I believe this one's body does not evaporate like the other ones. I think he just collapses to the ground.
Oh, he was called. Wow.
And with that, the enemies have fallen in this chamber. You all look around, and you don't immediately see any other hostiles around here. Since you guys have moved up a little bit, I will reveal a little bit more northwards. You see, if you look up the hallway a little bit, Gideon, you see it looks like more dwarven stonework at the end of this rough cavern.
Well, gentlemen, we are alive. That's much for sure. And he's just gonna kind of collapse and lean up against this wall, sitting down, catching his breath.
But, that wasn't so bad, right? I'm sorry, I think I called you guys heathens earlier. My head was kind of in the clouds.
It's alright. I think a demon was possessing you. It's not quite your fault.
Kieran will bend over and pick up his glaive, and then he will also kind of sit down on the ground and breathe heavily to try to calm himself down from this harrowing encounter.
Yeah, I'm not quite fully spent, but I'm a little tapped out. That was a little rougher than I thought.
Yeah, it just kind of spiraled.
Did go a bit sideways.
Honestly, for a while there, I thought one of us, or all of us, were gonna go down. And then Kieran will perk up for a second and he'll say, well, he won't say anything, but he's gonna start looking around for legs. Jason?
The legs. The traitor's legs.
Yes, you do find 2 sets of legs, one on the Gug and one on the Clavicus
No,
demon.
he's looking for stone legs.
Well done, Jason. Well done.
I appreciate that. Well done.
That was done well.
Yes.
Enjoyed that.
In this area, you're looking around all the fungus. You're looking through the everything here. You don't see any like stone legs.
Okay. And meanwhile, while he's sitting there, he's fidgeting with his ring, kind of turning it over and over on his hand, and just kind of looking around as he, again, just tries to catch his breath.
Do you guys need some healing? Are you doing alright over there now?
I got down to 6 hit points.
Oh, you were at 6?
Yep.
I was disabled.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I was disabled.
I
and
was
then-
wondering.
That was a close one. So yeah, I took one of you unconscious and then 2 of you almost unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your Clavicus ones had hit, I would have probably died.
You can understand now why I thought this encounter would be so
Yeah.
bad before I realized you had dismissal.
Oh, so I'm not even gonna lie. I also would have actually died the first time I gone down without second wind. I would have flatly died because the 2 instances of damage and then rend would have taken me enough negative that it would have been more than my con.
Yeah, so this particular Gug was a unique named one, Ishgaka. The reason that I kind of did a double take when Jessup was talking about the Intimidate is because I was like, how many hit dice does it has? 22 hit dice. That's how many hit dice.
Oh my goodness.
22 hit dice.
Also curious, what spell did you cast? Because just flat dismissal is only 1 creature. Which one did you end up using to dismiss many? Your domain.
Dictum.
Yeah, the big one.
If you hadn't gotten that coincidentally at this level, we definitely would have been done for.
Yeah, I knew this was going to be a tough one. So the Babau was a scroll of summon monster, like an 8 or something, 7. And it was 1d4 plus 1, and I rolled a 4. I was like, yeah, that was what I was worried about.
Well, I was worried though too. Does dismissal work for summoned creatures technically or no? Because it forces an extraplanar creature back to its proper plane, which would mean it would have to have been called, because a summoned creature is just an astral projection. Well, that's what I wasn't sure.
I don't think that's the case. I think summoned creatures are there. It's just that they're not like there. You know what I mean?
I think that summoned creatures, if I'm not mistaken, are temporary conjurations. They're not actual like outsiders. They're just like, think summon an animal or summon monster. They just blip into existence and then cease to be, but they're not from their plane, I don't think.
Well, it says the spell summons an extraplanar creature, typically an outsider, elemental, or magical beast native to another plane. So that makes me think that it's a
real creature.
Real creature.
A summoning spell instantly brings a creature or object to the place you designate. When the spell is ends or dispelled, it is instantly sent back to where it came from. But
Interesting.
yada yada. A summoned creature goes away if it is killed or if its hit points drops to 0, but it is not really dead. It takes 24 hours to reform, during which it can't be summoned again. So, like, they're there. It's just that they reform. Their essence reforms.
Which kind of stinks for them, though, because they're at your mercy. You cast the spell and they just get sucked into the material plane.
Yep.
It's like Brock could have been on the toilet and you're just like, nope.
No, get here now. Fight. No, but you're right, Jason. That was a heck of a fight. That was reminiscent of some old fights we had early on in the game and the adventure. Like, oh boy, that got close.
That won't be the last.
I think part of it is our party composition, but I like that it creates all that tension. Going for so much sustain as opposed to damage output also makes things take a lot longer and get a lot closer to the wire. Kind of nifty.
So what do the four of you do?
Well, do we want to keep moving, or?
I don't know. It makes me really worried. We haven't even seen the Medusa yet, and that almost destroyed us all. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. But we don't have a choice. We've got to do it.
I mean, we could do it tomorrow, right?
I suppose so. I don't know.
It's up to you guys. I got a little juice left in me. I don't know about you fellas, but I will trust your judgment. If you want to keep moving, we'll move. If not, that's fine too.
My divine energy's a bit spent, but I mean, martially, I think I'm fine.
Well, the divine energy is what keeps us going there, Oran. So.
Well, yeah, it's pretty well spent.
Why don't you just ask Torix for some more divine stuff you got there?
Yeah, I mean, I can tomorrow. Kind of a once-a-day thing. I'm not his only follower.
But you are the most important, right?
You're not wrong, and he finger guns you.
What is that?
The dwarven custom.
Oh, okay.
It means haha. Funny, good one.
Ah, got it.
Well, my gods bless me with more grace yet, but like Oran, I am running out of what I will be able to do today as far as magics are concerned. But I am still willing. My mind and my will has not weakened.
Well, then we can try to go on, but I'm just afraid that if we find that Medusa, I don't know what that's going to do for us, but...
I mean, we just gotta not look at her, but be able to attack and kill it without looking at it, and just make sure we don't get hit. I mean, that's pretty easy, I think.
Right.
It's a good plan.
I do have that big spell I can cast, the stone skin. I can cast it on all of us, but it'll use up all of the diamond dust I bought for that purpose. And then I'm out of any ability to teleport. I could still dimension door us, but I can't teleport us.
How long does that last?
Probably about an hour, close to an hour and a half. Not quite. Actually, no, more than that. It'll be a little less than 2 hours.
Well,
but
I don't know.
It would be split amongst all of us, so, it'll last for a few minutes at least.
I've got a amulet, so...
Well, stone skin gives you DR10 adamantine, up to 111 points of damage. So when you have it, you have to keep track of how much damage it prevents, because once you have prevented 110 points of damage, then it stops.
Now that damage is not communal, correct?
No, that's for every
split the 110
person.
amongst all of us is 110.
Right.
It's just the duration.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. Yep. So I will go ahead and cast that. That'll use up.
We shook-it-okie.
You don't think I should?
No, I'm just saying, if we don't want to move forward, is it going to be a waste of a spell?
Well, I thought we had agreed to move forward. That's why I was going to cast that. But I can wait if we're going to rest. Then yeah, you're right. There's no point in casting it.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I thought the two divine party poopers over there were about spent.
While we're talking, Kieran's going to pull a little rock out of his haversack and he's going to swallow it.
But did you just see the stone?
Yeah, right. I did. It's a something I bought in Kraggodan. It's a gut stone, so that way if I get hit really hard, there's a chance that it may prevent me from taking all of the damage. Kind of solidifies your vital organs or whatever. I'm not really sure how it works, but the salesman was, pretty aggressive when he sold it to me, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a shot, see how it works.
Is it magic?
Yeah, yep, it's magic. It's a abjuration.
I gotta check on this. So Jessup will walk up to Kieran and cast Detect Magic on his tummy.
It's probably still working its way down my esophagus right now, Jessup.
Jessup can follow it down. Whoa.
It's just gonna sit there for up to a week.
I am not following it all the way out, Kieran.
Well, I should hope not. But I'm just saying it's not going to make the natural progression. It's going to sit there for a little while or until it does its purpose.
Well, like I said, if you guys want to move forward, I can give you guys some motivation. Other than that, you're on your own.
Okay. What's the plan?
So, why don't we take a vote? So, all in favor of going back to rest, type 1 in chat. All of those in favor of moving forward, type 2 in chat. We shall see. Well, all right. All in favor of going back to rest? Let's go rest.
All right, I think that's probably the wisest course of action.
Well, just because I voted for the other one don't mean it's not the wisest choice.
Well, that's why I voted for it, because it was my opinion, Jessup. We don't have to get into a row again.
Just because I turn on you guys as he's just walking away one time and...
Kieran just kind of whistles under his breath. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I'll be honest, Kieran, I was going to defer my vote to Jessup, but then I realized nothing would happen, so I went with my own decision. He laughs.
I voted! I can hear you! Smack talking. Jessup gets plus 20 to perception when you realize he's being smack talking.
But then we would have been exactly split. So
I was actually going to joke that Oran gets 2 votes because he's the one who has resurrection, so...
Your votes belong to me. If I resurrected you, I get your vote.
Yeah, if he said no, I'm like, well, he's the resin guy, so... All right, so we go back to do some resting.
We go rest. Yeah.
You were looking around. I'll ask Kieran if he found anything of interest as he was looking around the battlefield.
He was primarily looking for legs, but no, I didn't find anything of import around here. Oh, we did. Did we loot them? We got to find what's on their body.
Too late, you left.
No, we didn't. We can go right back there.
You decided to rest. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality of it.
They despawn when you get so far away. You know how it works.
Gideon has not moved his token. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
no,
still
You
here.
shouldn't have decided to rest.
What if we decided to rest right here? You're the one that removed it from the map.
Hey, I'm just saying, some people walked away.
Nope, give me the loot.
Means anything could have happened.
I need to know the loot.
Oh my lord.
Watch there be no loot.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
So there's nothing on the Clavicus demon, and obviously the Babau's disappeared.
He was naked?
He was naked.
I mean, yeah, he's a demon, so probably.
He fought the nude, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, okay.
It's a true demon way to fight naked.
Yeah.
So on the
Is Gideon a demon?
Gug, you find 2 scrolls. You find 1 ring. You find a robe and an unholy symbol of Nyarlathotep.
Watch that be a robe.
Ruby and gold.
The holy symbol. Can I get some information on that deity?
I believe you already rolled on Nyarlathotep.
Did we?
Yeah.
Remind me.
You had seen the carvings in the cave by the lava, and
Where
they
we
were
collapsed underneath and we didn't know a whole lot.
Yeah, you saw that they were like crude depictions of Nyarlathotep.
I really regret using Wall of Silver so quickly. That would have actually been helpful here.
Jason, is that just a regular holy symbol, like a wooden holy symbol, you think?
It is a ruby and gold unholy symbol.
Oh, ruby and gold. So I should go with the weight and worth of a gold one?
Probably.
Okay. And then we've got 4 things that are radiating magic for spellcraft checks.
Yes, scroll, ring, robe.
Okay. So I will roll my spellcrafts. And if anyone wants to roll their own or aid,
I'll roll the aid, yeah.
tis up to you. Okay.
4 of them.
I'll wait for the aids.
There you go. How many? 4?
4.
There
So we aid on all of them.
They all aid.
Okay, so plus 4 to these rolls. So, first scroll is a 39.
Is a scroll of giant form 1.
And then second scroll will be a 37.
Scroll of mass cure moderate wounds.
Okay. The ring is a 25, so Jessup
Let
may
me
need
look
to
that
use
up.
that. We do have, where did I see that? We have 2 scrolls of Identify, Jessup, if you want to do that instead of expend spells. We do have those at our disposal.
Well, if we're going to for Identify?
Yes. I didn't know what level spells you had left over or not.
Well, if we're going to rest, I still have quite a few spell slots, and it's only level 1, so I can just I can cast a spell.
Okay.
25 is enough on the ring.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it is a ring of spell knowledge 2, and currently it has the spell comprehend languages.
Okay.
So it did understand Draconic.
It's not in its stat block that it uses it. I don't know. Is it constant?
I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, so this ring comes in 4 types. All of them are useful and is spontaneous arcane spellcasters. Good question, though. What kind of spellcaster was it? A sorcerer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
An abyssal sorcerer.
So it's comprehend languages you said it had?
Yes.
Yes, you would have to actually cast that spell. It basically just gives you an additional spell slot, I think. It's like a page of spell knowledge, except it's a ring.
Yes.
And it's not, yeah. And then the final spellcraft will be on the robe. So that will be a 29 on the robe.
That is a robe of scintillating colors.
I have never heard of that before.
The wearer of this robe can cause the garment to display a shifting pattern of incredible hues, color after color, cascading from the upper part of the robe to the hem in sparkling rainbows of dazzling light. The colors daze those near the wearer, conceal the wearer, and illuminate the surroundings. It takes 1 full round after the wearer speaks the command word for the colors to start flowing on the robe. The colors create the equivalent of a gaze attack with a 30-foot range. Those who look at the wearer are dazed for 1d4 plus 1 rounds with a save. It's a mind-affecting pattern effect. Every round of continuous scintillation of the robe gives the wearer better concealment. The mischance on attack rolls starts at 10% and increases up to 50%. Additionally, the robe illuminates a 30-foot radius continuously. The effect can be used no more than 10 rounds per day.
I was going to say the first part of that sounds pretty useless, but the second part is pretty good.
As long as your allies don't open their eyes.
Yeah. Kieran would still put that on. He'll be Kieran and the amazing Technicolor robe.
And we'll all be blinded by the light.
You blind us every day with your armor, Mr. Shiny Armor, so...
Nope. Allies are immune
Shiny armor.
to this effect.
Nope, Mr. Shiny Armor.
Nobody
Okay.
knows why, but it's true.
Yep, so I would say at this point, Jason, I don't think there's anything else Kieran's going to do. So he would advocate that we head back to safety. Now, we're not like trapped in here, are we? Can we leave?
You don't know.
Interesting. I wonder if can you pick up these statues?
I guess you can try. They'd be heavy, but there's 4 of you.
Well, and this
Don't drop them.
Raiden probably weighs like half of what a real statue weighs. And this is a dwarf, so it's probably half as well.
Interesting decision process there.
Yeah. Kieran would say, well, if we're going back to Kraggodan, do you think we should try to move the statues back to avoid potential breakage further?
I mean, haven't they been here for a long time anyway? And that one already lost its feet, so...
Right, but I mean, someone might recognize this dwarf, and at least a dwarf they could probably bring back, right? Because she's fully intact.
I mean, she didn't seem real interested in returning back to the living. I think these statues, we should leave them as they are.
Yeah, if I wasn't mistaken, we talked with her spirit or form or something like that. She seemed to have moved on.
Oh, so you're just not even going to try. Is that right?
Yes, I'm going to respect the spirit's wishes.
I mean, I still get a choice, though. And wouldn't it be better to properly bury or burn or whatever you do with bodies, rather than just leave it as a statue?
I mean, if your conviction is strong, Kieran, I don't mind moving them, but I do think that we already talked to this one. I don't know if you were just spirit apparition at the other, but she seemed quite content. Well, not content, but settled and acceptant of her fate.
Well, we can talk about it later, but it is my intention to try to bring them back.
Well, we should probably discuss this with the leadership at Kraggodan before we make those decisions.
Sure.
For the dwarf, yes, but for the human, I don't know if Kraggodan has anything to do with that.
Well, what are they doing in this area if they don't? This is still part of Kraggodan.
Right, and that's why we would need to bring them back to ask them why they were here.
Again, that's a decision for the leadership of Kraggodan to make.
I don't agree.
Didn't you say that one over there in the corner was a human?
Yes, as far as I can tell. The features are more human-like.
Was that by chance one of the invaders from the siege 2 years ago to steal the item? Didn't they say a bunch of humans came in here? I mean, I think we just kind of assumed that they were all going to be some
Monsters,
sort of
hobgoblins.
monsters. Yeah.
Well, Jessup, that's my line of thinking, that if a human is in this area, then they're going to want to be... It's going to want to be discussed with the leadership of Kraggodan.
It does change our understanding of the narrative, although I don't think we have enough pieces to put together what quite happened yet.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's missing his legs, so he needs more pieces before he could put it back together.
I don't know if... I mean, I kind of came in and out of consciousness today just being healed by you, Oran, and I appreciate that. Can you imagine bringing that guy back out of being in the Stone Age for 2 years and missing legs? I'd be a little upset about that.
My understanding of the magics, though, is that the spirit has a choice in the matter. It wouldn't be against their will. It just might cost us. The resources aren't too concerning, though.
I don't think that I necessarily have a problem bringing them back. I just don't really see the point of dragging the statues out of here. I mean, they've been here for how long?
Oh, well, how about this? What if we don't go back to town, to the city today, and we just stay here and set up some alarm spells, and then deal with it tomorrow?
Yes.
Quite. And Kieran, I'm not objecting to bringing this person back. I'm just saying that it certainly bears discussing with the leadership if they do come back, because this human shouldn't be in this area. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying we can't bring them back. I'm just saying that we would obviously have to inform Kraggodan's leadership about this.
And not to be, harsh, Kieran, but we don't know what fate might be the case. Did the person seem Malthuni to you? Were you able to tell anything from the features?
It's hard to tell, being a statue and missing the legs, unfortunately.
No insignias or anything?
Not that I could tell, no.
I don't know if we can jump to the conclusion necessarily that they're Malthuni. I mean, there are humans that live in Kraggodan as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, that's why I asked about the insignia, because if there's not any, then that's
it's hard to imagine that if they were coming in here to steal stuff, they would be wearing their full regalia that just scream out Malthun. I would think they would try to be more covert than that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jessup takes off his ranger cloak. Yes. Discreet.
Gideon fully ablaze with the Knights of Ozim and the two deities that he serves, right? Yes,
Kieran, I'm not sure discreet is our party's middle name here.
Well, it's different. We're not coming in here to steal from the dwarves, If we were infiltrating an Iron Fang Legion camp, then... Oh, wait, we already did do that, didn't we? But we weren't trying to be discreet.
Well, we did go invisible a few times.
Well, we didn't have the cloaks back then, so that was a different story, but...
I must say, the cloaks are quite nice. I always appreciated that gift from Long Shadow.
No, you're right, I'm sorry. It's probably a wiser idea just to leave the statues where they are. Like you said, Oran, they've been here for so long that, that one over there can't probably get much worse than it currently is, so I think it would be safer for us to go back to Kraggodan to sleep, rather than try to camp out here, assuming we can get back. I don't know if they shut the door and locked us in here till we finish our mission, but...
I do admire your conviction, though, Kieran. I believe your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, right. I know it's... The dwarf may have said that she wanted to move on, but maybe she felt like it was hopeless. Maybe she had resigned herself to never having the choice to come back or not, and I feel that we should do everything we can to bring them back, and at that point they can choose whether or not they want to return. And we would have done our best to give them that choice.
I think that's fair. I think that's very fair.
That's perfectly fine. And we could talk to them too after everything's been successful. Maybe one of the ghosts might appear again or something like that.
But for now, I think it's better for us to have a fairly relaxing evening after that ordeal, because I have a feeling it's only going to get worse the further that we go in.
Oh, I think you're being pessimistic. When has anything gotten worse for us, Kieran?
Every single time.
Every
All right,
single time.
just stop. Just stop. Let's just go rest. I need food. I'm going to the spa.
Gideon starts sarcastically listing off a list of every single time we were out of the fry pan into the fire kind of situation. Just every single time. Like,
All right,
we
we
did
already regaled the dwarves already. We don't need to relive the story a third time.
I don't know, Jessup. I think I've made my point.
You know, I really do like the idea of going to the spa, Jessup, but it just feels a little weird to go take a bath after a near-death experience. Maybe, I don't know, it seems weird.
Kieran, after a day like today, you never know when you'll be able to get your last bath.
Well, don't say it like that. That's depressing. I guess we haven't really had this choice before, so I'm not really sure what to do. Usually we're in a near-death experience, and then we're
Which we've done.
stuck out in the wilderness, and we're left to spend nights on the cold ground in the forest or in the fields. This is a nice choice to have.
Yes, let's not become spoiled by luxury, but I don't think that we should feel too much guilt. Though, it certainly lingers overhead, doesn't it? When you think of our brothers in arms and where they are.
So, what's the plan then?
We're going back to Kraggodan to rest for the evening.
Okay, so you're making your way towards the exit.
I don't like the way you say that, because I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't
we're
like the way you
stuck in
say
here.
I feel
As you
we're
make your way
definitely-
towards the exit, you get close to the petrified dwarven woman. And as you approach, the ethereal figure comes out again, and you can see what looks to be a worried expression. It says, "Where are you going? The Gugs, they're still alive. I can feel them. You can't leave."
We're coming back. We took down quite a few of them, and we took out a powerful Gug spellcaster. But if we continue on, it's likely that we'll die, and we won't be able to fulfill the mission and take out all of the Gugs. So if you can be patient, we promise we're coming back.
We will not abandon you.
No, I've been here for so long. My spirit can't rest as long as they are around. You can't leave, not yet. No, you've only just come here.
All right.
You see,
all
she
right.
grows fairly erratic in her gestures. She's growing somewhat wild.
All right. Listen. Let's hear us out for a moment. I understand that you're in a place of unrest, but we are doing our best. I can give you my word on that. We will let you move on if that's what you want. We're not going to abandon you. I truly mean that.
She looks at you again, her eyes still wild, and she says, it looks like she's thinking for a moment, and then she shakes her head and says, No, I can't let you leave. And she opens her mouth and unleashes a horrifying moan. And I need all of you to roll a will save.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna die because of some wail of the banshee. Although those have to be elves, not dwarves, but...
If it's a charm or compulsion, do I?
I don't think a nat one makes a difference there, buddy.
It is a fear effect.
Okay.
Spell-like ability?
I don't believe so. I believe it is supernatural ability. It is a sonic mind-affecting fear effect.
Sonic mind-affecting fear effects. Would you argue that it would cause me to take an action against my will?
It is not charm or compulsion.
Nope. Don't care about that. Just would you?
What's the effect you're talking about?
I've got a spell I'm thinking about casting called Litany of Duty.
Yes. Cast a spell against the crazy psycho dwarf.
It would only affect me, but you repeat a mantra phrase that reminds you of your duty. You can immediately reroll a failed saving throw against a spell that would force you to take an action against your will, and you gain a +2 bonus against enchantment effects for 1 round. You can use this spell to reroll only a saving throw that you failed within the past round. While subject to the spell, the target cannot be the target, blah, 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 blah.
Against your will, you gain a +2 bonus against enchantment effects. It's not an enchantment effect, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like I said, it's I'm fine either way, but I just It's the thing I have.
I'll allow it. I'm not sure I like it.
I want you to live with it. I don't know what the spell effect is, so don't like.
It's a ghost's frightful moan. So, like it's the standard frightful moan ability. But I guess you could make an argument that your fear is not of your own will. I guess so. Okay.
Okay. If you'll allow it, I just re-roll, and I don't get the +2 because it's not gonna matter. But I get to re-roll. I hit a 20.
Jessup, you succeed.
Yay!
The Oran, Kieran, and Gideon, you all fail.
Okay.
So the three of you are panicked for 5 rounds.
Panicked. Oh my gosh.
Panicked. A panicked creature must drop anything it holds and flee at top speed from the source of its fear, as well as any other dangers it encounters along a random path.
I run straight out the door.
Right back to Kraggodan.
The way I'm going to do this, this would happen before you get past her. So I have rolled d4s to see which of these doorways you start going down.
Jason, could we roll initiative? Because there's something that I can do.
What is it?
There's a spell that I can cast. Joyful Rapture. You inspire words, overwhelm others to transcendent bliss. Allies within the area of effect are freed from any harmful emotion effects.
Oh.
Yes, I guess we can roll initiative then.
I also have something that I can do. So
Kieran's just going to take off.
Why? Why would I
Zoom,
now
zoom.
roll a 22? Why would I now roll
Right?
a 22?
Oh, wait.
Oh no! Wait, you're not that fast. I might be able to still get you. Hold
I
on.
think
That's
mine's
true.
lower because is panicked make you uninitiative?
Well, if we're rolling initiative, then this is happening before.
Oh, okay. Why does Oran have a -2? Oh, because you have panic.
Because he's
on.
panicked.
I
Because
gotcha.
I have panic on.
I should put that on too.
So I have the order here. Oran rolled a 22, Jessup rolled a 17, Kieran rolled a 12, and Gideon rolled a 4. All right. So top in initiative would be Oran. So Oran, I rolled a d4 for you. I went clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, and I rolled a 1 for you. So this would occur as you guys are right before her. You would have to move at full speed
To which one?
over here. You'd
Oh,
have to
okay.
start going down that hallway as fast as possible. So that would include double moving.
I did double move. I only have 20 movement speed.
He's a
right?
dwarf.
I thought you had boots.
Dwarf. Oh, I do have boots. You're right. So it's 20. Okay, so I gotta go another 20 feet.
Yeah, you get 5 for each boot.
Next up it is Jessup.
Yes.
I feel
Okay.
like I should be playing the Benny Hill theme right now. We just take off.
So Jessup will move over here, move action, and then it is a burst.
It's 60 foot.
So everybody should be within. So he will cast his spell. So it will remove all emotion effects. So the panic would end.
Yay.
And then immediately, as soon as that goes off, he'll be like, okay, everybody just calm down. Calm down. And you'll kind of look at the statue. Okay, we'll stay here until the deed is done. Just please calm down.
The ghost disappears into the stone.
And then we leave.
No, I just didn't want. No,
We
no,
run
no,
out.
no. I was just making it so you aren't going to run around aggro a bunch of enemies. I'm down. Let's all go into the room with the legless one over here, please.
Leroy Jenkins.
That's what Jason wanted me to do. Was Leroy Jenkins up into
No, that's
this
what I didn't
nonsense
want
up
to have
here.
happen.
Whatever's up here.
So I didn't know if that spell is actually coming in handy. I like it. Okay.
All right. So where are you going?
He just wants everybody to meet up in here, just kind of chat. Next
You go
steps.
in there, and the ghost of the fallen guy is
He
like,
shouts too.
"You haven't brought my legs back. What are you doing?" And then he shouts, "No."
I want to have a scene after everyone leaves with the statue.
He smashes it.
Okay, you can smash the statue.
After everyone kind of leaves. I don't know if you can still hear me, but our word is true. And he'll walk in close and pull out from under his clothes. He has an Assuring Rose, which, long story short, is a custom item that I made a while back. But he can conjure a rose whose petals shimmer like jeweled ruby. It emanates a deep pink aura and is stained with blood at the bottom of its stem. And he'll explain to her, I am a servant of the Everbloom. Milani. I don't mean to proselytize, but I hope to, well, offer you hope. And he'll explain her divine symbol. Milani is one who stands for the oppressed. Her divine symbol is a rose, which grows through blood-soaked streaks. It means a lot of things, but to me, it means that no matter how desperate a situation gets, there's always a chance for a better tomorrow. And I promise you, we will do our best to make your tomorrow better. And he'll lay the rose there. Though this one will not last forever, it will become perfume that will not expire. And my conviction will last. I have faith, and I hope that you can find some too. And then he'll leave.
Yep, the statue makes no
No, he doesn't need it.
motion as you speak.
Shocker.
not for-
The statue makes no emotion.
Now she smells like old lady.
No, it's a lovely.
Gideon's just carrying around Chanel number 5
Yeah.
with him. He just has like bottles of it, little sample bottles that he gives to women.
I changed it, but way back in the day, Gideon was going to be more flirtatious than he is now. But yeah, in the early character creation days, there's still some overlap a little bit.
I want to see that. There's still time.
There is time. He hasn't gotten to a situation where it's been appropriate, but yeah, he
Kieran's here.
definitely-
It's always been appropriate. Just kidding.
But yeah, so after that, he'll rejoin the group.
Jessup will look at you. You over there? You were kind of standing over there for yourself for a few moments.
Oh, nothing. Just offering a prayer and a hope. That's all, he says. Looks like we're camping here.
Yeah, she. Not sure if you guys were understood what's going on, but she did a wail and it scattered you all like little ants. So I had to try to wrangle you back in. I don't think that we're leaving. So apparently my vote counts as 4.
Oh, I don't know. We could try again.
I no.
That's all right, Kieran. I told her that we would stay.
I can always dimension door us past it.
Ooh.
But I get a feeling that the GM doesn't want me to do that, so we probably should just rest in here for the night. he probably would get pretty upset if we got rid of his panicked and I just dimension door us out of here. Oh, I do have a teleport still too, though. I could just teleport us
I thought you
to
said you
Long
didn't
Shadow
have any more teleports.
if I cast Stone Skin. I did not cast Stone Skin, so I have 1 level 5 slot left.
I mean, you could do what you want. I
Yeah.
suppose. But I think it's best we just maybe hold up in here. I figured that this is one of the more secluded rooms. Enemies have to come in through this one entryway on their own and squeeze. So it's either will be a good defensive choke point, or it will be a lot easier to slaughter us. So take your pick.
That's all right. We'll keep watch, and it looks like we'll be keeping you company. He says as he makes a passing comment to the statue.
Speaking of keep watch, that's a good idea, Gideon. Who doesn't want to sleep?
That's all right. I can do it. I've got plenty to think about.
Kieran's going to sit down crisscross applesauce on the ground and start casting a spell. He is... Oh, this is going to take 250 gold. I'll have to take that off my sheet. He is going to cast his new level 3 Draconic Ally. So I'm going to get a little pseudo-dragon buddy to come spend 11 days with me.
Huh.
I wanted to cast this during the combat because I was like, oh, maybe he could like take stuff out of my haversack and hand it to me since I'm slowed, so that wouldn't use up my actions. And then I was like, oh, it takes 10 minutes to cast. That's not going to happen in this combat.
Kieran, we don't do that here. We're enslaving dragons now.
How is this enslaving a dragon? How is it any different than Brock?
Stone does have feelings.
I don't know if that's true. I think that elementals have intelligence.
Your dragon can speak a language of your choice, which means you could choose common.
Do abyssal. Do abyssal. Nobody will understand except for the demons.
I mean, Kieran wouldn't understand it. No, it would be Draconic. Just because that's naturally the language.
Funny thing, Jessup Ranger's buddy was also named Brock.
Oh, that's
So
true.
he's with us in spirit.
Oh, yeah.
This is an intelligent servant.
Yeah, a tiny little servant. He just wants it more just to be a little buddy. He's not gonna
Servant.
make it do anything it doesn't want, but I just thought it was a fun flavored dragon spell.
Oh, it's so
All
cool.
about the slavery.
No, it's really cool. Your Draconic Ally can use its breath weapon, and
Mhm.
it's not limited to the spell's range, so it can go wherever it wants to carry out missions at your command. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, so I will spend 10 minutes casting that spell, and then my little dragon friend will show up, and I think his name is going to be Ricegar.
I love how it literally says it's a draconic servant. You're summoning a slave.
Are you surprised by Kieran's actions?
No, I am not.
You're just jealous. You wish you had a little dragon friend.
I just wish I would have friends.
Gideon will pull out some food. Welcome to the team, Ricegar. Hopefully you're here willingly.
The pseudo-dragon looks at each of you, and then looks at you, Kieran, and then telepathically speaks to Kieran and says, Master, who are these lesser beings?
Oh.
Kieran chuckles. Can I respond telepathically, or do I have to speak out loud?
I think it can read your thoughts as well.
Okay. Kieran is going to respond back and say, well, these are my friends. Don't worry about them. Just worry about me. It's just you and me. And unlike what they're saying, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You're here entirely of your own free will. If you wish to leave, just let me know. I'll let you leave. But I was looking to have a little dragon friend.
Well, of course, I'm happy to be your friend. I sense a kinship from you, despite your appearance. But the three of them, I sense no kinship at all.
Well, that's all right. They'll grow on you a little bit.
They are not dragons.
No, unfortunately, they were not blessed with the blood of dragons as I was, as my family was.
A shame.
It is a shame.
I pity them.
I do. Between you and me, I often pity them as well. They don't really know the true power of the dragons.
As a noble dragon, perhaps I should act nobly. I will allow them to stay in my presence.
Speaking of, is there anything that you prefer to eat? I don't have anything very meaty, but you're welcome to have one of my rations.
Gideon's still offering him all kinds of things.
Well, I suppose it will have to do for now. I usually go with a nice roast, but I guess that is not an option here.
I promise you, if you stick around the moment we get out of here, if I make it out alive, you will have all the roast that you want. My treat.
Well, then, that sounds very good.
I appreciate you being here, by the way. Do you have a name? I gave you a name, but if you have a name, then you don't have to use the one I gave you.
Oh, a name. I shall be happy to take whatever name you've given me.
Ah, yes. I have given you the name Ricegar. It is the name of my eldest brother who passed away several years ago. Just in memory of him.
Our kinship deepens.
It certainly does. It is an honor to be here with you. Unlike what they say, you are not my slave, you are not my servant. We are equals. In fact, I am beneath you, being of a dragon lineage yourself.
Are they your slaves?
You know what? Let's just say that they are. Let's just say...
I thought as much.
To make it less
I could sense the
complicated.
draconic heritage in you, and
Yes.
it wouldn't make sense for one such as you to be equal to them,
Yes, you're right.
who lack the draconic heritage.
To avoid complications, I often will, ask for their opinions and take their opinions into consideration, but, really, they are doing what I want them to do in some form or fashion.
Most magnanimous of you.
Right, I agree. This has been a pleasant conversation. I probably should get back to talking with them because I'm just sitting here quietly for several minutes making funny facial expressions, so it's the best that we get on with it. You do speak Draconic. Jessup also speaks Draconic, and he'll gesture to Jessup. If you wish to speak with Jessup, feel free.
He speaks Draconic. I suppose there's something about him worthwhile then, after all.
Yes, I've been teaching it to him. He's very intelligent, picks up on languages very quickly.
But the other two?
As far as I know, they do not. Especially the really, the tall one in the shiny armor. He's not very intelligent at all, so, best not to try to communicate with him too much. If he tries to offer you things, you can take them from him, but don't feel that you have to. His heart's in the right place, but...
And Gideon's offering him different rations now, different types. Can you talk with it?
I've never been fond of children, but I'll do my best.
Oh, I do have some wine. I'm sure you would appreciate a good sip of wine.
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah, Gideon, to answer your question, yes, I can communicate with it. It does speak Draconic, but it also can communicate with me telepathically, so...
Oh, So Jessup will look at it, speak in common, common. Dirt. See, Sarah, my int is 10. In Draconic, Jessup Elfin, pleasure to meet you. Your name?
Yes, it's just certainly a experience meeting you as well. I have been given the name Raiskar.
Do you like that name?
I think it's a fine name.
Raiskar it is.
Well, have a good day.
I'm just gonna say here awkwardly, just eat some of the rations that Gideon's throwing out like can.
I can't speak Draconic. Does he understand common or no?
Right. Unfortunately, no. He's basically a dragon, so he only really speaks Draconic. But if there's anything you want to tell him, I can certainly pass it along.
Yes, actually, I when I was in the library earlier, I studied up a little bit, and he pulls out a book that he's got.
Did you take that from the library, Gideon?
No, I bought this one from the Pathfinder Society. I knew that you are of dragon form, and so I got this as a gift for you, but I couldn't help but read a few pages myself. Just tell him that I am humbled by his presence, and it's nice to have such a fine ally, he says with a smile. And this is a gift. It's a weird time to give it, but it seems fitting now that you've just shot yourself a dragon ally, a companion, as it were. I'm sorry it's not wrapped, but I don't know. It's been the closest thing to a friend, Kieran, since I left the Knights of Ozum, and it's been an honor to fight alongside each of you, Oran and Jessup. Don't think that I didn't think of you. I just found this, and I thought you would like it, Kieran. So.
Wow, I appreciate that, Gideon. That means a lot. I haven't really spent much time reading books since I left home, so this'll be nice.
And I made sure it's the latest edition. There was apparently some very bad errors and false information the first time it was published, but the person I talked to, he assured me that this is the updated edition with as much accurate information. It's mostly about brass dragons, which I know aren't the same, but it was the closest thing I could find, and I thought it just reminded me of you. So,
where did you get that book?
From the when I was in Kraggodan earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't you come over here and you and I can just reminisce about our likes and dislikes, so then we can share gifts amongst each other.
Indeed.
No.
As I was just thinking to myself, I wonder how he couldn't find a gift.
Oh, come off it!
I mean,
you're both gonna get jealous now.
It's okay. You guys have a special friendship. And everything.
I mean, that's fine. Just the eloquent, pocket pincher over there bought us all some nice signet rings and stuff. He thought of us, but that's fine. That's cool.
I will not stand for this. I saw something good and I thought of Kieran. That's it.
Mister, he shall not falter with his gifts.
Oh, come on. You're going to make fun of me and demand a gift. Gifts are to be selfless acts. Surely you'll have some coming in some time.
I don't need gifts from Oran. His healing is sufficient enough. I appreciate you for living and allowing me to do so.
Thank you, Jessup. It's good to be acknowledged. I close bullets on some people's foreheads. I pick others up so they shall not falter. It's good to be recognized. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's rich, Oran. If you'll excuse my presumptuousness, but it must be nice taking half damage from every single time. Do you think I like these scars that form on my body?
We can't see it. You're in full-clad armor all the time.
Good.
You wore your armor in the sun. It was the weirdest thing.
I don't.
You must have baked in there like a potato.
I don't like to feel unprotected. It's just I get nervous about it.
Except when you're berry picking?
That was a very different situation, and I've already told you this is not canon.
I was there, Gideon. I saw it.
In all honesty, it's good to cut loose and have some jokes sometimes, especially after multiple near-death experiences in less than 60 seconds.
It is.
Well, all right. Let me ask you all this then. If you were to want gifts, what sort of things would you want to receive?
Oh, I don't know. I got a really cool hat now, so I don't need a new one of them.
Yeah, that hat does look sick.
It does. Sicky.
Oh, I enjoy history myself, so some books or treatises on history would be nice. I like a good book.
Well, then here you go, Oran. I've been carrying this around for a while. And he will pull out a leather-bound Chelish history book that we picked up that you can have.
I forgot about that.
Leather-bound Chelish history is yours, my friend.
Oh, it's very nice of you. It's very thoughtful. Very thoughtful, unlike some folks.
All right, Oran. Along that end, if you're a history buff, have you ever heard of the ancient kingdom of Thassalon?
1 second.
Well, as
no, actually, I've never heard of the ancient kingdom of Thassalon or Thornalon or Fibalon.
as my gift to you, I will bore you till you die. So that's a lot.
Well, I happen to have something of interest to you. Same bookstore, Oran. I picked this up for myself, but I'm willing to let you read it once I'm through with it. This was.
Oh, how generous!
A used book.
Make your jokes, but I think you'll like the read, Oran. It's quite fascinating.
Here, Oran, you may have the rest of the rations I don't finish. You are welcome.
I swear to the gods, Jessup, what is up with you today?
I'm sorry. I could not tell you the last time that I went unconscious.
Yeah, lucky you.
Legitimately unconscious. Sorry, that really kind of sounded kind of jerkish.
Well, anyways, Oran, it's about artifacts, and it has some interesting intersectionality with the Darklands. So I thought that you might.
Oh, I love that. Yes, but by all means, your tea's delicious, Gideon. I jest. You're fine. I don't need gifts.
That's all right. But no, that's a good token. As to answer your question, Kieran, anything pragmatic or that honors Shaylin? I do like works of art. I'm particularly fond of paintings or something useful, something that I can take advantage of daily.
Right, well, I'm sure that Shaylin would appreciate some chocolate, so let's partake in some chocolate and wine and try to enjoy ourselves even though we're stuck in this place. So Kieran will share the rest of his chocolate, make a note that he needs to buy more when they're able to get out of here, and then he will crack open another bottle of his wine and pass that around. So are we just all staying up tonight? Gonna be like old times where we just don't sleep and spend the night in rousing conversation?
I only keep watch on Gideon, but I suppose I could cast it on all of us if we just want to mingle.
I'm fine with or without company, and don't you dare take that poorly, Oran. I only mean to let you do what you wish.
Well, I do enjoy a good night's rest. I don't know if my...
Real quick, I hate to interrupt. Are those, bloody footprints?
They seem to be surrounding me. I have blind sense, though. Is there anything that's walking around me with bloody footprints?
Well, it's not this guy, and he points to the statue.
This guy?
Maybe, did you spill some wine, or...?
Gideon, where'd you go?
Oran Jessup looks, and he finger guns the statue. Pew pew, that guy.
That guy.
That's how I do it, right?
Yes, Dwarven custom, excellent work. Yes, no, perfect.
Is this a real Dwarven custom, Oran, or are you going to get me in trouble again? You're not teaching me like a rude jester, are you? And he finger guns you.
That's for you to find out.
As long as it's with the index and the thumb, you're good to go.
Index, thumb. Because
No, the middle finger and the thumb. The middle finger and the thumb, Gideon. That's how you do it. And preferably you have to hold your hand up when you do it.
I mean,
just like
my
this.
23 and linguistic. Nope.
You're perfect. Yes. You did it.
All right, I appreciate it, because the last time you taught me a dwarven jester, I almost got myself into a barb roll, I'll have you know. Thankfully, Kieran was able to smooth things over with his built dwarven kind or whatever, speaking dwarven to clear things up. You know, I've been thinking, perhaps I should begin some language study of my own.
Well, if you're interested, I've got dictionaries for both Goblin and Draconic. I think you might already speak Goblin.
No, I actually never took the time.
You're fighting the Iron Fang Legion. You didn't even try to learn Goblin?
I just kind of relied on Jessup, but I see your point.
Don't you pride yourself in diplomacy? Do you only diplomatize with common folk?
I did, but I I pledged you my shield, Jessup, and I saw your strength with words. I think that you've got a better tongue than I do as far as honeyed words are concerned. I saw how you negotiated things in Long Shadow, and the other thing too is that people in Near Mythos, I think they respect you, and I think that you represent the will of their people better when it comes to negotiating with the hobgoblins. I didn't want to overstep my bounds. That was respect there for your position.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, my diplomatic skills kind of a little lackluster in the Darklands, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, all of ours were pretty bad. It's all right, Jessup. There's no hard feelings, and I think we're on the same page now. We've always been able to talk things through.
Speaking of which, you know what pages we don't have? He nudges Oran.
Pages of...
The ones that Oran burned?
Oh, just slave documents, no biggie.
Oran goes and puts his nose in a corner.
You burned those? You threw them away?
Yeah. I burned them. Yep, yeah.
I did not realize that was their fate. I thought you lost them.
I'm not sure where you were in that blip of time.
Right, I thought that you were right there, Gideon. But maybe you weren't right there.
You're so distraught, he apparently blanked it out of his memory banks.
It never happened.
No. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, it's been a fun night of drinking and dying several times, but service requires my attention. I'm going to go commune with my gods for a moment, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Yes. Unclear, yes.
It has felt like that, but my faith does not waver. I know that the Everbloom looks after me, and the Inheritor has not abandoned me. I know these things to be true, despite my fears in Long Shadow. And I'm sure Torag watches over you. We've seen his strength today, that's for sure.
It held.
7 hours to go, guys. What do you want to talk about now?
We're gonna roleplay every hour of it.
Wait a minute. Wasn't he supposed to be keeping watch?
I think so. He just walked away, and he was supposed to be the one on watch.
He's keeping watch out here as he sets up commune as a ritual. Oh my gosh.
So, I guess we will, since we're in here, Jessup will take a look-see at this statue guy. What do we see?
Okay. Yeah, I'll get what each of you are doing real quick here, and then we'll figure out the order we want to do it. So Jessup is going to take some time to look at the statue. Is Oran and Kieran doing anything particular, or are you guys just going to go to rest?
Kieran's kind of sitting there with his dragon buddy, maybe having some more telepathic conversation, but also keeping a side eye on what's going on over here. Just trying to subtly be aware of what's happening.
Okay. Oran, you're just dancing around them there?
Yeah, probably just looking at the statue as well. I mean, it's a big empty room. I don't know what else he's going to do for 7 hours.
And Gideon, you're going right outside to do commune.
Yeah, he's going to cast commune.
Okay. I think we will cover all of those next time. We'll end this session with you guys finishing up some of your nightly stuff, and then we will pick up next time in the next morning.